With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil. With so much time to kill, he promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran should have feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow, his taste are low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals a slow machine. He's not in burping, leaning ban, it matters not if battery fun, his shadows can't see if hours making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts like before lunching into a big pretending different bills when truth is to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Sunday the 14th of April 2024. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and I hope you're enjoying your weekend so far. For people who weren't expecting Bingo yesterday, I ended up doing Bingo yesterday out of the blue because Aviga fell asleep. Aviga turned a brief little nap into a 6-hour nap, and so he was meant to be streaming yesterday for the podcast, and lo and behold, Aviga fell asleep. Who would have ever fucking guessed that Aviga would fucking fall asleep? You know, when you're expecting to fucking stream, that never fucking happens. But yeah, because I saw there was no restream happening from anyone, the track to be or also take a night off, whatever, I decided, you know, my original plan was I'm going to enjoy someone else's restream, and then there was nothing to enjoy because nobody else was restreaming apart from, you know, Dark Days, Mirror and Raw Phil. So I just kind of thought, well, I guess I'll just do it myself. And so out of the blue, unplanned, we done Bingo and we got a full house yesterday. We used Aviga's card. I had Aviga pick a card earlier on because he asked me to send him one, and so just used the one that he wanted, and it ended up being a full house, which is very good for us, you know what I mean? So there we go. Phil had a very interesting day yesterday. His day was meant to basically have Elden Ring in the day stream and Cat joining in for some co-op shenanigans on a night stream. However, Cat decided not to bother. Cat didn't want to do it. And Phil could have been very vague and he could have just fucking said, look, Cat's not feeling up to it, we're going to reschedule for another time. That would have also been, that would have been acceptable in my opinion. The reasons that Phil gave and the details that Phil gave kind of highlights and emphasises just how much of a lazy bastard he is when it comes to fucking doing things around his own fucking home. Now, I'm going to play the video. DSP tries it, Emoji clipped the video. A few people had different clips of it, and but I'm going to use his version. Well, Hey Tarmy has a version as well, to be fair, and that's what I watched earlier on. But it's a bit longer though. But to kind of, before we even like watch what Phil said, it's like I couldn't. It really blew my mind how he's coming across. Like he doesn't seem to realise how he's coming across when he's telling his audience these sort of things. As I had to fucking, you know, because things changed because of Cat's work schedule, she fucking had to put off, you know, when she could fucking do the chores. Like she had to fucking change when she could fucking do the washing, she had to fucking change how to fucking do dinner and all that shit, and then Phil just made things worse. And it's like, Phil, you have to see it to fucking believe it, you know what I mean? So here is Phil basically explaining why the co-op stream got cancelled out of nowhere.
And we realized, you know, it might make more sense to do it on a weekend, because typically she doesn't have to work weekends. Not every time, because like I said, her schedule could change, but typically she's not working over weekends. So we're like, maybe like Saturday nights would be perfect, because number one, she won't be overly exhausted from working. Number two, it's a night, you know, usually typically on weekends, more people can attend. right? People aren't in school, aren't in work, they're out, and they could come by and stream a little bit more. Like,
School. Phil, you told us your audience are comprising of adults with fully grown jobs and fully grown family lives. You told us you don't have any children watching your content, and yet you're fucking throwing school out there as a reason for people to watch your content.
well, a lot of people want to see us do co-op. It'd be pretty cool. We do the co-op on the weekend. We'll probably get more viewers. So we totally agreed to this. Like, yeah, this is great. This will work out, right? So then here's what happened is we had our day out on Thursday, and it was a great day. Don't get me wrong. We did a lot of fun stuff together.
And let me stop you right there, Phil. Your day off is always on a fucking Thursday. This should not have fucking thrown a big massive spanner in the fucking works as to what fucking usually happens around your fucking home life, because every single Thursday is a fucking day off for you. So don't try and fucking blame having a day off on a fucking Thursday as to being some sort of fucking way for things to get completely thrown out of whack. You know, all the usual things we would have done is completely changed.
Did some shopping, had a great dinner. We talked about it on the podcast yesterday, how good of a day it was, right? But basically, because of that, we were behind on stuff. Like my wife is behind on.
How? You always have a day off on a Thursday. You always fucking go out on a Thursday. Sometimes she's with you on a Thursday for these fucking grocery shopping chore runs and all that shit. And it's not unusual for you to fucking stuff a fucking face full of fucking food somewhere in a restaurant, because you've got to have your goddamn weekly meal out together. Sometimes it's a weekly DoorDash order, but more often than not, it's a weekly meal out somewhere. So how in the hell is doing the usual thing somehow throwing things out of whack? That does not add up to me.
On things she would normally do, like loads of laundry and doing certain housework and stuff like that. So, this morning we get up and we're having breakfast and we're talking about it, and we're kind of like, yeah, we're still on par. We're going to do the co-op tonight. And I could already tell a little bit that maybe Kat was a little like frazzled about it. And I didn't know why or anything, but we're still set to do it. So I did my first stream, and as I finished my first stream, I went downstairs into the kitchen, and here's Kat hurriedly trying to finish dinner. And that's surprising, because usually she's done with dinner. A lot of times she finishes dinner early, and she's rushing to try to finish dinner as I'm coming down from my stream, and I know immediately something's wrong, and you can tell she's really stressed out. And I said, oh, what's going on? She goes, so I'm trying to do one thing and another thing goes wrong. I try to do the next thing and the next thing goes wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. I said, so basically it's one of those Murphy's Law situations, right? As I'm in the kitchen with my wife and she's trying to finish dinner, a noise goes up. It's our washing machine. She's trying to wash clothes, and this washing machine has errored out saying uneven load 3 times. So she's been trying to do a load of clothes for over an hour and can't even finish it because the goddamn washer keeps saying uneven load. So I said, I'll go look at the washer. You focus on dinner. Let's work together. Let's figure all this out.
You just got to figure that shit out.
I don't even know what was wrong with the load of clothes. Honestly, I went in and it was just a bunch of towels and a few pieces of clothing. It's like, I don't know why it's saying uneven load. I have no idea. I'm separating it. What we're supposed to do, you separate it out so they're not lumped together. You toss them back in fresh, even though they're soaked. You got to keep doing that so that they won't keep doing that, right?
It's probably too many fucking towels, in my opinion. Sometimes you have to wash too many towels and put them in the fucking dryer. Too many at once can fucking really cause problems. Just because it's like, oh, it's such a fucking... Yeah, so I don't know. Probably overloaded the fucking thing. It makes you wonder, like... So, remember, they woke up together. Kat wasn't working on Saturday, okay? Kat had, the Saturday off. Work was not an issue. She woke up about, 10 a.m, whatever. Like, and Phil as well. They're having a little breakfast fucking bagel or some pish before Phil does a stream at 11 a.m. What was she doing between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m? Like, what chores was she so busy fucking doing during the fucking day to have all of a sudden try to fucking leave everything to the last fucking second to try and juggle dinner as well as fucking... It's unreal. I don't understand, you know what I mean? Like, so here's some perspective here, right? You know what I did this morning? So I woke up this morning, okay? And first thing, it's like, okay, there's a couple of things I got to take care of. Got to clean up the fucking living room, the lounge area, you know what I mean? There's like fucking dog toys everywhere. Just fucking straighten things out, neaten things up a little bit. I went and done. Then afterwards, I done the dishes. I went and cleaned up the fucking dishes, washed dishes. We don't have a dishwasher and we don't have paper plates either. So we actually fucking use, hard graft and, you're actually at a sink washing dishes. a fucking horrifying concept for Phil Burnell, I know, to fucking just stand there manually and wash fucking dishes, but there you fucking go. So, aye, there's fucking that as well. And after all that's fucking done, you know what I mean, it's a case of like, okay, I'll sort Brekkie out as well. I ordered a couple of wee breakfast rolls, whatever, for me and my good lady, you know what I mean, we had a little bit of breakfast. Well, also, it's easy if I can take care of that. You know what I mean, it's like, you know, it's just a wee quick breakfast order, that was that shit. But, yeah. And afterwards, it's a case of, okay, I need to make sure I'm ready for tomorrow. See, I work as well. I have a job. I go to my job during the week, you know, Mondays to Fridays. So I've got a washing on. I'm going to put the washing on, and now it's drying right now. And between all that, I'm juggling everything else. So but it's easy. But could Phil not have done anything to have helped out before he started work? What? So I'm still confused why things were thrown out of whack when they had their same schedule. Their day off is always on a Thursday, right? That's normal. It is that. So why has this thrown Cat's chore schedule out of whack? And also, why does Phil not seem like he's fucking capable of doing anything around the house when it comes to chores? This gets worse, by the way. Phil tries to help at the washing machine, and you'll never guess what happens.
So, Sid, that's wrong. He says it means the load is too heavy. That's not what it means. What it means is somehow what's in your washer has become loaded to like one side or clumped together to the point where the washer can't effectively move the clothes anymore. They're stuck in place. So then it stops to prevent the washer from moving across your floor or causing damage to the washer. So anyway, basically I cleared it up, right? I go to start the washer again. I stupidly hit the power button. Instead of the resume button, I hit the power button. So it resets the whole goddamn thing. Now,
this honestly reminds me of that fucking meme where Phil's at a computer and it asks him to press any button to continue. So he presses the power button and it turns off. That honestly, it reminds me of that. It's like Phil's fucking living out the fucking meme. Is Phil live yet? He's still not live yet, fuck me. But yeah, Phil went to help out. He had one thing to do. Basically fucking just like make sure that, you know, he separated the load, put it back in, and just fucking keep it running again. And he pressed the wrong fucking button like a dumbass because he's not used to fucking doing chores, because he's not used to fucking doing anything around that fucking house, because his mommy has to fucking cook after him and clean after him and fucking wash up after him and fucking do everything after him, because Phil is incapable or just too fucking damn lazy to fucking do anything around the fucking house, because he probably believes that's a fucking woman's job. He doesn't cook, he doesn't fucking clean, he doesn't do the fucking laundry. What does he fucking do apart from just sitting his arse all fucking day and play games purely while begging profusely?
I don't need to wash the clothes the whole full setting again. So I go to, I'm like, well, I'll wait. So I gotta call the cat. I screwed everything up because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're damn fucking right you are. Phil's going live. Let's just fucking pause him and fucking watch this fucking shit.
Oh my god, sometimes I'm so stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. I screwed the whole load up. What do I do? So now she has to leave the kitchen where she's trying to cook to come over to the laundry room to show me how to use the washer because I'm an idiot, right? So it's like, why did I even help? I just complicated things even worse, right?
This is the same person who had no idea that you were meant to fucking change the oil in your fucking car because the fucking guys at the BMW dealership did not alert him that it was time to do that. Phil Burnell had a fucking license to fucking drive on the fucking roads, and yet he was waiting to be told by somebody when he had to change the oil in his fucking car. That is the sort of person we are dealing with here. That's the sort of fucking level of intelligence you are dealing with here in Phil Burnell.
Hey. So finally we get it going again on like a short cycle. It's like 15-minute short cycles, like short spin cycle or something like that, right? Go back to the kitchen.
You don't even know, Phil. Why are you demonstrating your sheer incompetence when it comes to fucking doing normal chores? Like, it's easy to do a fucking basic wash, you know. Anyways, like I've got a setting for like, you know, it could be 90-minute quick wash, whatever, or whatever. Yeah, it's easy. My washing machine has all these fucking little things, you know what I mean? If you're washing your fucking duvets, you change it to a setting for fucking duvets and all that shit. If you've got like fucking like cotton, especially your towels or whatever, you guys will be setting for that as well. My washing machine has multiple settings, but you fucking educate yourself on that and fucking learn how to fucking use it. See, I was always under the impression that if you're fucking living together, you should fucking share responsibilities together of who fucking does what. It's not a case of one person's always doing this or one person's always doing that. No. You do things as you need to do them.
So basically trying to finish, and I could tell Kat is completely stressed out. And I said, so what's going on? And she's like, basically the whole week has been a shit show, right? Ever since the work schedule changed earlier this week, and then she had to work more days and different times, it threw her schedule off. So here she is, she's behind on all this stuff. And she's like, I need to get clothes done today. I need to do this. She's like, tell me all the stuff she has to do. And she's like, I would have had it all done, but that work throwing me off. And then we had our day off for our anniversary. If we had stayed home that day, I would have had more time to catch up, but we didn't. We went out, and not that she regrets that. She loved having the day out, but basically she just can't play. She's been playing catch up all week and hasn't yet, right? And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? You know, and basically here's my actual honest take on this. I'll be honest with you. This is the God's honest truth. All right. Okay. Why on earth are we going to be doing co-op tonight if she's going to be stressed out, right? The whole idea of us coming in here and doing anything together on a stream
is for you to make as much money as possible, trying to fucking use or to fucking get your audience to fucking throw money at you in a fucking extraordinary manner.
Is that it's supposed to be a fun atmosphere, right? We're going to have fun together. We're going to play a game. We're going to talk and do Q&A with the audience or whatever it may be, right? If she's already stressed out and now she's going to come in here and try to play a game, you know that's just going to translate into her demeanor and her enjoyment of the stream or in general. And you also know, let's be honest, you also know that the trolls are going to be here. I already see some of them in chat saying dumb shit. I'm kind of ignoring them now to at least give my explanation.
So basically the trolls and detractors are a factor in Kat not being on the stream. I thought Phil was ignoring us. Remember he fucking said that he just ignores the trolls and doesn't bother them and doesn't pay attention to them, they're all just white noise. It's amazing how much power and influence it seems that the fucking detractors and trolls have on Phil's actual content now. He won't do a documentary anymore because of the trolls, he won't have Kat on stream anymore because of the trolls. What else will Phil not do because of the trolls?
1 second, guys. Annoying fucking trolls. What happened? What the fuck?
But that's the thing, like, what's the point of doing a late night stream with my wife where we're supposed to be having fun together if she's not going to have fun because she's stressed out? It doesn't make sense, right? So I said to her, I said, if you're stressed out and all you want to do tonight is play catch up or do some relaxing or whatever you want to do, that's perfectly fine. Just tell me now, and that way we're not being forced into a situation where we're doing a stream that's not going to work because, you know, we're going to be stressed out and upset or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to do it. She's like, I want to do it, but let's do it on a week when I'm not so stressed out because she's so backed up and everything. Okay. So basically we agreed that we're going to do it next weekend. We're going to do it next Saturday night. She wants to do it badly. She wants to play this game. And in fact, of course, she was very apologetic. She's like, I'm nervous now. Is everyone going to be upset? I said, you don't have to worry. It's like, listen, number one, all right, this is our life together. It's not dictated by what happens on one of my work streams, right?
Who fucking cares?
I told them we're going to do co-op. It doesn't mean that's the end of the world, and now we're all hugely have to be committed to doing this. It's ridiculous, right? It's supposed to be something nice in addition to something that we already do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the end of the world. Not everyone's going to freak out, you know? It's not. That's the thing. I think she genuinely feels sad and worried that people aren't going to want to see the co-op now because it keeps getting rescheduled. So
is Phil trying to somehow turn us into him guilt in his audience into making Kat feel bad because she feels guilty for bailing at the last minute again? It feels like he is trying to manipulate his audience into fucking being, oh, poor Kat is feeling sad because of how she's worried about how we feel. She clearly has no fucking desire to fucking date Phil. You keep trying to fucking coerce into fucking dating it, and she's clearly like, I don't want this shit. And then Mr. Saying, as Methbear pointed out, if a woman keeps rescheduling on you, she's messing with you and probably doesn't want to fucking date. Yeah, I mean, this has happened multiple times now, Phil, where Kat doesn't seem to fucking be inclined to fucking commit to a certain thing that you try to fucking push her. So, take the fucking hint, Phil.
what I basically have to say is it's this simple. When she's ready to come on to do it, we'll do it. And she says, let's do it next Saturday. She wanted to do it tonight, but it's just things just kept getting backed up and backed up and backed up and backed up to the point where it's like, to even come on here tonight, she's going to feel so stressed. What's the point, right? That's exactly right, Orange. Orange says, it's okay, tell Kat she just doesn't owe us anything. Correct. Right? Like, absolutely correct.
Doesn't she owe you, though? Doesn't she owe you? Because you overpromised and underdelivered again?
She doesn't owe anyone anything. She doesn't have to be on a stream. There's no...
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Grease Monkey for the super chat who says who wants to bet is sleep in separate beds. I mean, I'm half convinced that Phil fucking falls asleep half the time anyway, at least on the fucking couch playing WWE Champions with a fucking bottle of alcohol in his hand. So that's what I'm fucking convinced about.
No commitment. If she really doesn't want to do the co-op, we never have to do it. But she wants to. Like, she genuinely wants to do it. It just, things keep happening that make it be screwed up and delayed. We were 100% ready for Tuesday. Then her work schedule changed. Then we were going to do it Wednesday. And then we're like, oh shit, after her working the several days, then she was tired. And now, now we're going to do it tonight, but now this is happening. It's like, this is the thing after a thing after a thing, right? So then next week, again, tentative. Let's say Saturday night for next week.
So yeah, that was the body. That was Phil's excuse as to why Cat couldn't make it. So make of that what you will. Honestly, I mean, seeing that, my first reaction was, Phil, why don't you just like? I made a tweet about it earlier on. And this is my take on it. Essentially, Phil's confirming to everyone that he does absolutely fucking nothing to help with chores in the house, despite working from home. He never does a laundry, cook dinner, doesn't clean, but Kat, who works a few days a week in retail, apparently, does everything. Husband of the year. So, that's, I mean... And so yeah, seen that and kind of thought, what the hell, Phil, way to openly admit you're a terrible husband. But... that's my take on it anyway. I'm sure you guys would have your own opinions and takes or whatever, but that's just, I'll say, each to their own. Guys, let's get the bingo card set up and all that jazz. I'm going for a pretty straightforward, simple snort for the centre space today. If in doubt, just go to it works. Snort is a good old fail-safe, you know what I mean? I wasn't sure what to put in the centre square, so we just have snort. And I need a random number in the chat, and the first number I see from this point onwards will be what I use. So I'm not counting the early numbers in the chat, which try to sneak in there. Technically, the first number, since I asked the question, was from D-Dog, who said 373. So there you go. That was the first number in chat I saw since I finished asking for a fucking number. There you go. You sneaky bams always trying to get a fucking number in there before I fucking finish asking. Right, 373 is what D-Dog wants. So the card does not work, we can blame D-Dog. And this is the bingo card we have for today's bingo show. We need Phil to say absolutely. Him to give somebody a leaning ban, him to say literally help, and him giving a good old turbo nose. Then we need Phil to say I would argue, wrong, are unique, tips, and him burping. The third row is Phil saying good news, him touching his face, him snorting, him saying update, and him pointing at the camera. The fourth row is Phil saying friend, him flailing his arms, him saying reality, him laughing, and him saying addition. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying detractor or trolls, him touching his ear, him saying voted, business, and finally excited. That is the bingo card we have for today's show, and hopefully it can result in a full house 25 out of 25, and hopefully we can get another full house. If we manage to get a full house today, 25 out of 25, it'll add $25 to the bingo prize fund, which is currently sitting at $125. And of course, and if we do manage to get and also the aim of the game, as you guys know by now, we're trying to build up the bingo prize fund as much as possible, because at the end of the month, one of you guys can potentially win that bingo prize fund, but only if you have left a comment on a community post, which is linked in the description of the live stream, because at the end of the month we have a marble race to determine who gets to win. There's a couple of ways for us to get free spaces as well on the bingo card. For example, if Phil snorts or burps 10 times before he starts recording for his crappy react content later on, that gives us a free space. And finally, if we get 100 likes on the bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, not only will that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy that Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar animation. So there you go. Just one thing left to do before we start the bingo. Press the random Scottish soundboard button.
Fuck's sake, Jesus!
And I guess on that note, it is time to play bingo. Good luck everybody, here we go. It's a long intro. Let's just skip past this crappy long intro. And there we go. Okay, good luck everybody, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. I'm DSP, and it is Sunday. And you know what that means? It means it's React Day across all three of my channels. Here on DSP Gaming, we have a nice chill podcast. Then we swing over to the DSP Reacts channel for my weekly clips show, DSP versus the Internet. And then later tonight, on my third sister channel, DSP Throwback, we're going to be doing a retro react stream to the Walking Dead Telltale series, so 2. So,
is anyone else getting some strange vibes from this shirt? Like, has anyone ever seen like an episode of like, young... I don't know what it's called. Remember that spin-off theory? The spin-off show from The Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon. You know that character, Young Sheldon, and fucking I don't know what it's called. Is it actually just called fucking Young Sheldon or something? I don't know. This looks like Young Sheldon's grown up and fucking threw his life away. I don't know, as the vibe I'm getting, seeing Phil wear a shirt, it feels like, young Sheldon screwed his life up because he thought he was smarter than the entire planet and just done stupid shit. And the show is just called Young Sheldon, okay, no worries. But yeah, and Phil pointed at a camera, of course, so we can tick off camera point, which is right there. Burger. Good stuff indeed. I was missing the bow tie, yeah. Well, he's fallen in hard times, D-Dog, you know what I mean? The bow tie, he had to sell it and, to try and feed his addictions and all that shit. I don't know. As soon as I just seen the shirt, I just kind of got strange young Sheldon vibes, I don't know.
good stuff all around. No gameplay today, but gameplay returns in full swing tomorrow. I hope I find you well. I hope your weekend's going good for you. And I hope that you're in a good mood, and if not, hopefully we can turn that around for you today here on the show. I got a confession to make. A huge one. You ready? This one's going to rock the internet, so you better prepare yourselves, all right? So
who fucking cares?
All right, you ready? You ready for this one?
Nope.
I really don't have much to do on the podcast today. There's not much going on. I was looking at news, and it's like there's really no game news going on. I don't really have any updates for anyone. I would like to quickly talk about some technical stuff that happened yesterday, but outside of that, it's a more chill show. It's a not very exciting show. But what I would say is, we'll go through our usual stuff. I want to recap what happened yesterday because obviously there was some stuff that happened briefly. And I want to give an update on the co-op, which did not happen, but will happen next week. I want to do the schedule. But outside of that, that's where we're at. So perhaps today we could do Q&A. We could do the schedule. Not schedule, excuse me. We could do Q&A. We could do the suggestion box is what I meant to say. We can kind of do whatever.
Oh god, not a suggestion box. Not a suggestion box, so please, anything but a suggestion box.
You guys feel like, alright? So we'll see. Now, by the way, FYI, I'm likely now going to be in spring and summer attire for the foreseeable future.
Who fucking cares?
The fall. Reason being, our temperatures here have consistently stayed in the 60-degree Fahrenheit range this week. When it is around 60 degrees and the sun is out, as it is today, this office heats up to about 80. So I can't be wearing long sleeve shirts, sweaters, long pants in that kind of weather. I'd be too hot. So I'm basically adjusting now fully. So you may have noticed this week, like, wow, he's wearing new shirts that are short sleeve shirts and stuff.
Wow, he's wearing new shirts, guys. Breaking fucking, I can't wait to fucking tell my fucking pals and cohorts on the internet that Phil's wearing brand new fucking shirts. I fucking throw open my windows and announce to the fucking world, hey everybody, DSP Gaming's wearing new shirts.
That's what it is. And this is just going to continue throughout spring and summer until probably when it cools down. You would think it would cool down by September, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it actually takes till like October. Good news is, I did up my wardrobe game in the last month or two.
Did up my wardrobe game in the last month or two. That's only because fucking low tier god fucking got right inside your fucking head and fucking really ridiculed your entire lack of riz.
Every once in a while I go out and I grab some new stuff. Like you see today, this is a brand new button down. And again, I don't buy anything new. I just want to say it here. Every time I go out,
here we go. The flex followed by the oh wait a second, I'm flexing, but I don't. It's a cheap flex. So here's me buying all these fucking new shirts, not shit, trying to look pimping and cool. But by the way, they're from the fucking bargain bucket bin or whatever. It's some sort of shop, and they're not brand new. I'm not rich, guys. Honest, I'm just fucking spending fucking 80 odd bucks on meals out of my wife every fucking week while fucking getting brand new shirts. But I'm honestly a fucking poor as a peasant. Honest, keep tipping me, guys. It's important you don't stop tipping me. But I'm honestly fucking broke as shit.
I either get it from one of those stores that's like a reseller, meaning it's a store that like for example Marshalls or Burlington or what's the other one, like TJ Maxx, where clothes that didn't sell at the full tag price, so they buy it for a very discounted pennies on the dollar style price, and then they resell it in their stores. The stuff's new. This stuff is literally new, unused. I don't buy it from like a name brand store. And for example, I got a Izod shirt. That's last season's, you know, line. It's not the brand new shirt that just hit the shelf, but it's last season's style. And it's a really nice shirt, green with palm trees and stuff. And I went to Kohl's and I looked at the full price shirts, and the full price Izod shirts of that same exact clothing line sell for around $50. I got the Izod shirt for $12. It's brand new. And that's what I recommend you do. Don't go out there and go to the name brand places and spend insane, exorbitant amounts of money. If you can avoid it, what's the point? Also, I go to this clothing store,
Burger.
and what they do is they take in clothing from places, and again, they buy off like clothing. They don't buy anything that's old or tattered or worn out. They only buy stuff that's either new or like new. They clean it and then they sell it. And so a lot of the shirts that I get actually are from a store like that, and that's even cheaper. They're like $8 to $10 shirts that are brand new, that look really good. In fact, the shirts I've been wearing the last few days, I got from a store like that. So I strongly recommend you check that out if you live in the United States or whatever and you have those stores. They're not that bad at all. As long as you don't go there when it's super busy and people are like throwing clothing all over the store and being animals like they tend to be during busy days. You know, go on an off day. Like I always have a day off on a weekday, and you go in there when there's not a lot of people, and you can shop at your own, you know, pace, and it's pretty good. Okay. Anyway, so yes, you'll be seeing me wearing shorts and nice short sleeve button downs and things like that.
Burger.
Probably for many months. It's April, so April, May, June, July, August. Probably like next 6 months. Probably gonna be like half and half from now on. Like 6 months of the year, you'll see me with the short sleeve stuff and shorts, and the other half it'll be more long sleeve shirts and pants and sweaters and sweatshirts and stuff like that. So anyway, good stuff. And there you go. Let's now continue and talk about yesterday. First of all, yesterday, I had a bunch of technical difficulties, and I apologize for that. If you were watching yesterday's podcast on demand, you may have noticed the volume was way low again. And I said, what happened, Phil? You in the last couple of months, you adjusted all your audio stuff. You boosted your mic level, right? So now it's much louder, and we don't have to have our volume cranked to 100 to hear you anymore. You have all these noise gates and filters and things on your mic, so we don't hear a big explosive sound into there anymore, right? So essentially, it's been good. Like, what happened? I don't know. It's so weird. Somehow, my filter's turned off. So, like, right now, I go onto my mic filter, and I hit Advanced Properties, and it says, I have a mic boost of 4 decibels. And that's where it's been for, like, a month and a half. And when I went in there yesterday, it said 0. And I'm like, what happened? I don't know, because I didn't change it, and my OBS doesn't update. It doesn't auto-update. It prompts me for updates. It can't even update anymore because my Windows is so outdated, OBS can't even update any further. So, I don't know how I lost that filter at all. You know, I don't know what to say, and I apologize there. So the whole podcast was too low, and when I started playing Elden Ring yesterday, the whole first half hour, people were like, dude, we cannot hear you. The game is way louder than you. And I was like, really? And then I looked, what the hell? And I added it, and then it was perfect for the rest of the stream, and everyone's happy. And I was like, what the hell? Now, in addition to that, I had a bunch of equipment failures yesterday. As I'm playing Elden Ring, basically my PS5 is telling me my controller is about to die. It has low charge. And I'm like, my controller is plugged in. How could it have low charge? So obviously that means there's something wrong either with the USB port or the cable. And I'm like, let's check this out. And I checked everything, and it was the cable. The cable was faulty, which sucks because I just bought a bunch of these cables in December. And the fact that they died within 4 months means they're really shitty. In addition to that, my PS5 controller was giving me pretty bad stick drift. It kept having my character look up at the ceiling. Now, how am I going to play Elden Ring when I keep looking upwards? I'm going to die a million times. So I said, oh, I'll go use the other controller. And I go and I pick up the other controller, and the thumbstick is completely deformed and melted. And I was like, what the hell? Like, when did that even happen? I have no idea. So, I'm just flabbergasted. That controller had sat.
You are awful at looking after your equipment and technology. You are a fucking sloppy bastard. You don't take care of your fucking the equipment you require. You need this fucking shit to do your fucking job, for lack of a better fucking word for it, and you fucking don't look after it properly, and so it results in you fucking screwing up like this and being ill-prepared for when things eventually do fucking go wrong. So what was Phil's solution? He bought a brand new controller which arrived late last night for him. So people might not know this, as well as Cat bailing on him last night for the fucking stream, the fucking special night stream. Would you look at that ridiculous thumbnail there? Him holding his brand new fucking controller. That's meant to be a fucking galactic purple, by the way, that colour. Looks blue as fuck, doesn't it? But that fucking thumbnail. The intentional fucking thumbnail pose, holding the fucking controller, Jesus Christ. And there has been a couple of interesting pictures I've seen of this. People have had fun with this image. I think you were one of them actually, Barrett Wells. I think you made him soy jack, didn't you? Aye, you did. Barrett Wells made him soy jack version, no, not a fucking controller. Also, Shinko. I don't know how Shinko done this, but this is, if no one's seen this yet, this is incredible. So, basically, there's also the original footage is someone else fucking doing this, alright, you know, someone else walking out the stage and doing this. This is the fucking level of AI now. Shinko Fleur fucking made DSP do this. To me, that is surprisingly fucking clean. Like, that is how far AI is fucking gone. To fucking manage to fucking make that look as good as it fucking did. You know what I mean? That is how far we're getting along there. Now, obviously, you can tell us something a bit off with that. I don't know how. I don't know the hows. I don't know how, but yeah, that's a question you can ask Shinko. You know what I mean? But that's absolutely fucking incredible. So yeah, if you've not seen that yet, I would recommend checking that shit out. Fucking hell, man. So yeah, that's how far AI has fucking come. You can clearly tell it's not Phil, you know what I mean? Because he's outside, around people, and people are happy to see him. It's obviously a fake.
Right there on a glass shelf, isolated from anything, for like a year. And I go to finally pick it up and use it, and the whole thing disintegrated. It's like, these controllers are not durable, man. So I had to rush order a new controller and a USB cable, because I was expecting to do the co-op last night with my wife. And you know, that's on PS5, and I wanted to have a controller that was going to work if we were going to do co-op. So I ordered right away, and it was going to be delivered like lickety split within like the few hours, and I was going to get it at some point during the night stream. So it did arrive, and now I do have a new controller.
Who fucking cares?
Galactic purple is the color, but on the camera for some reason it shows up as like a blue. But it's basically a bluish purple is the color. So I guess the camera is like tinting it slightly one way. But it's nice. I haven't used it yet, but it looks nice. You guys voted for the color, by the way. I did a poll, and you guys voted during the Elden stream for purple. That's what I got. And I got a brand new USB cable, which is way more expensive than the ones that I had bought in December. But I hope it's durable now because it was so much more expensive. It's Anchor as the brand. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I've heard of it before. I've seen it in stores, so hopefully it's good. So I'll be using this from now on my PS5 for all the games that I'm playing. And hopefully it'll be good. You guys will like it. All right? There'll be no dropped inputs and no freaking stick drift. And no problems with the battery either. I mean, ridiculous that the battery issues like that. Okay.
Nice to see Aviga finally woke up. Welcome,
all
pal.
those technical issues yesterday. And then on top of that, the co-op got delayed again. And I know people are upset. I already gave the full explanation of it last night. Because last night, instead of doing the co-op stream, I did an impromptu just hangout session with viewers. And it went well. We had good attendance. People were, you know, very engaged. I usually do this like once a month now. Whenever something just doesn't line up perfectly, or if the schedule gets screwed up, I usually do a hangout session, and they do fine. So it went well, but in a nutshell, my wife's schedule this week has been completely thrown into disarray because her job changed her work schedule. She hasn't adjusted to it. You know, it screwed up our day off, which we were supposed to have a day off for our anniversary. We had to delay that. Then because we were out the whole...
I'm not buying this. Oh, your day off is always the same anyway, Thursday. Every single fucking Thursday. They have a fucking day off. And it's been that way for the longest fucking time. And you still had your fucking day off on a Thursday. Cat's work schedule may have fucking changed, but it didn't change your fucking day off because it happened on a Thursday as fucking usual. So I'm not buying this fucking excuse. I just don't think she wanted to fucking date Phil. She had all goddamn day on Saturday as well to have fucking got a head start and like the fucking laundry or some pish, but nah. I think, you know what I fucking think? I think Kat's actually fucking showing a rare fucking sign of intelligence here and pretending she was fucking she had too much to do. I wonder what her excuse is going to be next weekend. I wonder what fresh excuse she's going to fucking make next weekend for not being able to fucking play. What's the bet she fucking sabotage the fucking controller as well, try to fucking stop this shit from happening? All of a sudden, Phil's fucking other controller melts and all, and the cables are all fucked up despite being new from December. Yeah, this smells to me like sabotage from within the Snort Fort. Yeah, the more Phil tells us what's going on, the more it seems like she's fucking breaking all she can fucking break to try and force herself to not have to be on streams anymore.
Whole day for the day off. It set her back with the stuff that she usually does around the house. You know, just errands like washing clothes and stuff. And so yesterday,
What errands do you do around the house, Phil, to help her? Or do you just fucking leave that shit to her? Because that's not really how a fucking household should fucking operate. You should not fucking be doing nothing around that fucking house to fucking... You've got to be fucking doing your share, Phil. You've got to fucking make dinner sometimes. You've got to fucking do the fucking washing up sometimes. You've got to fucking do the laundry sometimes, Phil. It's not fucking healthy for a relationship to fucking have one person before to fucking do everything, while the other person does absolutely fucking nothing and expect everything to be done for them.
I went downstairs after my first stream, and she was completely stressed out and frazzled, trying to do everything. She's trying to cook dinner, which usually would be done, wasn't done. Then she's trying to wash clothes. The freaking washer keeps giving an uneven load error, and she can't finish the wash of clothes. She's like, now I gotta rush. I gotta get ready for the stream. I was like, all right, you know what? It doesn't make sense. The whole point of us doing co-op is to have a nice, relaxing, fun atmosphere and enjoy this game. If you're going to be so stressed out because this stuff is going on, we shouldn't do it. And she agreed. So basically, we're doing it next weekend now. Okay? And I know, again, people, oh, I want to see the co-op. Where is it? I know, but wouldn't you rather wait? You know that they say good things come to those who wait. Wouldn't you rather wait and have it be a fun stream than, for example, similar to that second Dondoko Island stream, where after an hour, we were all bored and stressed out and like just, oh, this sucks. You know, when you're in a bad mood already because other shit is going on, or, you know, you don't want that to rub off on the stream. This is the premiere stream of the game. Obviously, we want it to be nice, open, relaxed atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't have worked last night. If we did it, we could have done it. We absolutely could have done a stream, and it probably wouldn't have gone as well, and people would have all been complaining that it wasn't fun. Like, yeah, well, that's what happens, right?
Who fucking cares?
So, definitely, there will be co-op next week, unless another circumstance happens, which we hope it doesn't, but that's life. Same time, same place. Saturday night of the coming week is when we're looking to do the co-op of Beyond Two Souls, okay? Outside of that, Elden Ring playthrough is continuing on very nicely. What I really like about this run of Elden Ring, which I actually didn't foresee happening, you know, when I was playing this last year, and I got through the first 39 hours of it, basically it was almost a cakewalk. And what I mean by that is at first the playthrough was tougher because I was basically a glass cannon. I was dying instantly to almost everything, but my magic was so powerful that as long as I stayed away, I was kicking everything's ass. Very different from the jump R2 gameplay style of my first playthrough, right? But then, when I got about to the point where I quit and now I come back, what I'm noticing...
I'm counting that as him touching his face. We have our first bingo of the game.
Burger! 5 in a row. That's concerning. The thing now is that my character isn't as much of a glass cannon. Still weak and dies within like 2 hits for anything. But basically, I can't just nuke everything with the same strategy. For example, sometimes I'm fighting a boss and I can just spam the rock spell. Rock sling. Rock sling spell is physical damage. So it's like hitting an enemy 3 times in the face. And if you do that 3-4 times in a row, it's staggered. And almost every boss that I fought that is vulnerable to physical can stagger with this spell, but it depends on the boss. Because some of the bosses move so fast you can't hit them. Some of them just come right in your face and you're like, well, now I can't even hit this thing, right? So that's good against some bosses. But other bosses, I gotta adjust my strategy. Well, I got a spell called Night Shard where the boss doesn't see it, so it can't react and dodge or get out of the way. That's been useful. Now, I got the big nuke, which is called the Comet Azure, which is essentially a Kamehameha from Dragon Ball. But to really get it to work, you've got to do a setup where you drink a flask, where you have infinite MP, and then you put down a symbol that boosts your magic damage on the ground, and then, boom, you can nuke. But, again, this works against certain enemies and bosses and not against others. Some people it can even stun lock, and others, they just sidestep right out of it like you never even hit them. So it doesn't really work all the time. Sometimes it's an amazing Hail Mary, yes, do it, destroy them. You feel so powerful when it works. And other times, it's just a complete waste of time. Like, well, that didn't work at all. So now I started to get other spells in the playthrough. I've now got this spell that I got from the Magic Dragon on Ronnie's Rise. Well, not Ronnie's Rise, but the plateau where Ronnie's questline is. And this is just a big magic sword, and it just swipes through everything, and it staggers a lot of enemies that normally would not stagger. I guess it really interrupts poise pretty well. So I've been using that quite a bit yesterday. And then on top of that, I now have another new spell that's a Rain of Stars that comes down and hits a ton of times. And this is good against really big enemies that basically can't really get out of the way, and they just get pummeled by like rapid fire hits. And now I got another new one I got yesterday that I haven't really used yet, but apparently it's like a giant rain of comets coming down, and people are saying that one's really good too. So I haven't really tried it yet. I have to try it. So yeah, like what I like about this build now, if one thing doesn't work, I've got like 4 other things to try and go through and rotate between. And then on top of all of that, I actually have a good sword too. I have the Dark Moon Greatsword, which is essentially the Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls, and it allows me to do like some physical attacks, and even that has like a magic projectile. So I have like so many options. And in the original playthrough, it was literally jump R2 the shit out of everything, and then switch weapons and use a weapon art. Like that was it. That was my first run. This run's actually becoming more and more interesting. The further I get in, I'm actually having way more fun with this run, I feel, than the first one. In addition, because I already 100%ed the game in the first run, and I know where everything is, it's not like I feel like, oh, I have to go explore further. Like, I don't feel pressure. You know, with that first run, it was like, I don't know how long the game is, and, you know, I don't know how much time I'm going to spend in it, and I want to do all the content. I don't want to miss anything. This is a more relaxed playthrough, and I'm actually really enjoying that. And what I like is that some bosses are just getting melted by magic, while others, actually, I feel, are kind of tougher than the first run, dependent on the boss. Like, these Astal alien bosses have been way easier than the first run. But then other bosses just kind of, like, slap me around like this, like, to kill me with 2 hits. So, I get the feeling as we get to endgame, it's going to be a mix like that. So, I'm really enjoying the run. I hope you'll continue to watch it. We still got a lot to do. We still got the remainder of the Mountain of the Giants. We still got Fair Missoula. We've still got the whole Blood Palace area. We've still got the rest of the path to the Haley Tree. Then we have the Haley Tree. So, we have all this stuff to do. The run will continue probably for several more weeks. Excuse me. Okay.
That was a lot of fucking bosses. People are going, can we have a boss counter? No, no. It's the boss. Phil doesn't play a huge amount of games which has bosses in it, okay? The boss counter would not be very relevant for games which has no boss. So I don't know. We're getting a lot of use of it now because he's playing Elden Ring. So yeah, we're getting tons of use out of the fucking thing now. So yeah, but in other situations, the boss counter would probably never happen. So yeah, it'd be a very temporary thing.
Okay, so that's what happened yesterday. Let's go over the schedule. Today is React Day, which means after this chill podcast here on DSP Gaming, we head over to DSP React for my React show, DSP versus the Internet. It should be good. We always have a variety of stuff. Now, 2 weeks ago, we had just enough clips to fill the entire show, and everyone's clips got watched, and people were satisfied. Last week, we had way more than enough clips, mostly due to the length of some of the clips. Like, some of the clips were pretty lengthy, and I was interested in them, so we watched them for longer. And because of that, the show ended up basically only watching half the clips. So every week it's different. Some weeks we can get through everything, and other weeks we barely get through anything. It just depends on the clips that are submitted. This week, we have less clips than were submitted last week. And on top of that, I definitely noticed most of the clips are very short. Like, I think there are a few 10 to 20 minute clips, but most of them are like 3 minutes long.
But you hate the 10 to... Hold on, Phil. You hate that, though. Why would anyone submit a fucking long video to your fucking React thing when they know you're going to skip most of it anyway? Your attention span is not fucking that good to fucking react to something that long. Unless it's something about you or whatever. So yeah, nah, there's no point in fucking anyone sending you anything that long. You might as well fucking keep it short and sweet so people can get their fucking money's worth.
So if this is the case, right? We might get through the whole thing. I'm actually looking at the clips submitted this week, and I'm like, we may actually get through the whole show early. And if that's the case, if we actually finish early and we have all the stuff done, I might ask you guys about what you would be interested in watching. So we'll see how the show goes and go from there. Because I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. We might not have time for that. Maybe some of the clips will run long. I'll have a lot to say. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm getting some questions in the chat about how does the show work. So the show, first of all, is not here. It's on my React channel, DSP React. You can find it at youtube.com/@DSP React. Okay? The weekly show we do every Sunday. The way the show works is that clips are submitted by 2 groups. All the groups are members of the channel, meaning you have to become a paid member of the channel in order to become a part of the show. If you become an ultra member, which is the highest level and tier of membership on that channel, we watch your clip no matter what. It's guaranteed to be watched 4 times in a month. You get 4 weeks of getting your clip watched for being an ultra member. So, pretty good value. You get into 4 different shows, okay? If you become a
pretty good fucking value. Shut the fuck up. You know, it's even fucking better value not doing that shit.
Commissions tier member, which is way cheaper. I think it's like $5 or $6. Then
you think you don't even know the cost of it? You're trying to show this Phil to your audience and you don't know the cost?
You put your 2 clips a week up into a randomized playlist. I literally hit shuffle and play, and we just watch the playlist in a random order on YouTube. So you have a chance to get your clip watched. Some weeks, everyone gets their clip watched. Some weeks, only some people get their clips watched, depending on the links of the clips and how much I have to say. So that's how it works, okay? And that's literally how the channel operates. Sadly, React content like that channel, all of it gets claimed on YouTube by third parties, so I make no revenue on the videos. Like, none. I'm uploading those videos, and it's just like no income at all.
But Phil, you've already got money in the first place because people had to fucking pay you money to become a member, to react, to send you the videos. So even before you fucking do anything, you've got money already from people because they're submitting the videos, which you can only do by being a member of your channel. So...
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Ira for the super chat, who says 25 for a chance to not get skipped. What value? Is it actually 25? I thought it was 20. Wait, no, I mean, hold on. Let me fucking remind myself of how much he's charging his dent hit in his React channel. So hit join. Shut up, your dick. For me, I know in the UK, the prices are £3.99. To be a submission level, it's £5.49. For a super membership, it's £8.99. And for the ultra membership, it's £17.99. I have no idea what the prices are like in American dollars because obviously I'm not in America, I'm in the UK, so it shows you pound sterling prices. But yeah, that's... So you can find out yourself what the prices are in your own region if you just go to his channel, hit the join button, pause that some bitch, and just look at the fucking different prices and what you get for it. So there you go. And apparently in Australia, according to D-Dog, it is 25 Australian dollars for the ultra membership. So there you go. Anyway, fuck it. Different prices for different people, essentially. But yeah, naturally Phil was fucking... He's trying to sell us as good value. I mean, no, it's no. Not fucking that. And yeah, Vegas confirmed it's $20 American.
So the only way to keep the channel operating is the membership model, all right? So thanks to people who are members over there. If you're interested in becoming a member and possibly submitting those clips...
Nope.
You know, go for it. And no, it's not game clips. Someone just said, is it just game clips? No, it's everything. We watch... Mostly, it's like comedy skits, documentary style videos, you know, these video, what do they call them, video essays, scientific stuff. We've watched videos on politics and religion before. We watch stand-up comedy, game reviews, you know, yes, gameplay. We've watched a lot. We watched some of my old stuff from over 10 years ago, you know, tons of stuff, big variety. That's the whole idea, is that it's a variety show. The only difference is no detractor videos, because obviously we're not just going to sit on someone ragging on me the whole time, and no content that's flagged as adult only or kids only. I know that sounds weird. Like, so nothing for adults and nothing for kids. No, nothing that's flagged as for adults or for kids, because on YouTube, if you can believe it, both of those pieces of content are deemed non-monetizable. And if I run it on my stream, it literally will get my stream shut down, which is really stupid. But yeah, it's happened where we watch a clip and all of a sudden the whole stream gets flagged as adults only, and now no one can watch the stream. Stupid.
You're stupid. Yeah, dick.
So, if you're interested in that show, if you're here live, just stick around. When the stream ends, when this podcast ends, I should say, a link pops up. Just click here, go over to the React channel, and it'll just bring you right in. That's my...
Oh yeah, so that's a good point. He said detractor.
Burger.
Detractor content. I missed that. Cheers, Aviga. I'm glad you're still awake.
Show this afternoon. If you watch the show on demand, check out the DSP Reacts channel. We do it every single Sunday, and I release multiple parts. There'll be 2 parts live today, and then another part every day for the next 4 days over the course of the week. It keeps the channel moving with some new content every day. Okay? Now that's the first stream. Tonight on the late shift, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time.
I know he said late shift, but it honestly sounds like he said late shit. I want to just rewind that and play it at normal speed. It did really sound like he said late shit.
New content every day. Okay? Now that's the first stream. Tonight on the late shift, 6:45.
I'm still hearing shit. I'm still hearing shit. It's probably just a sort of microphone filters. I don't know. But yeah, Phil. Yeah, you're fucking terrible at your fucking job, and you always will be.
5 p.m. Pacific time on my DSP Throwback channel, which is youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. There, we're gonna...
Thank God he spelled it out of his hand. I would never have fucking realised what channel he was talking about if Phil had not fucking spelled it with his fucking hand there.
DSP Throwback channel, which is youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. There, we're gonna be doing a retro react stream to the Walking Dead Telltale series. This is one of the earliest narrative-based games that I ever did. You know, there were a few before there, like Back into the Future or Heavy Rain, but this one actually got a lot of attention and prominence on YouTube. Everyone loved the Walking Dead game, and a lot of people watched my playthrough of it and loved it, and ended up checking out my content, you know, moving forward past that because they liked the playthrough so much. It also is probably the first playthrough I ever did on YouTube that made me feel so emotional that I kind of cried at the end. So, we've already done episode 1. This week we start episode 2. The thing is, episode 2 is very lengthy. It's about 3 hours long, and my late stream's only around 2. So we'll probably get through around 2.5 hours, and then we'll pause, and then we'll resume next week. So, hope you'll join me for that. Last week it went really well. People who showed up were very engaged and supportive and really enjoyed it. And I hope that we can keep that momentum going. That's tonight on the late stream over on DSP Throwback. Okay? Cool. Now tomorrow, Monday the 15th, we resume with gameplay. It'll be Helldivers 2 on the first stream, now using my new PS5 controller for the first time. Gotta break it in. And then the late stream will be the conclusion of Alone in the Dark, the Emily side run. We absolutely should have enough time to wrap it up. Sadly, as I told you guys the other day, I can't...
Phil said absolutely. It's our second bingo of the game.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
What a pure fanny, man. He's going to fucking cry and bitch and whine and moan again about not being able to fucking get a secret ending because he missed one fucking collectible. Yeah, poor wee dick.
We absolutely should have enough time to wrap it up. Sadly, as I told you guys the other day, I can't get the secret endings. Why? I missed one collectible. and the collectible is missable, and you can't go back and get it once it's gone. And
Oh, you shouldn't have fucking missed it then, you fucking dumbass.
that really pisses me off because it's basically purposefully meant to be missable. Like it's in a nook. Like there's like a hole in a wall that you can't see. And
Imagine games hiding Easter eggs in fucking creative places. How fucking dare they? How fucking dare these fucking game developers have some fucking fun and try and encourage their fucking players to fucking explore random areas of the game they make to try and fucking find fucking cool wee shit that they've hidden in a fucking game for players to fucking find. Out fucking rages, Phil. And you're upset about this? That's fucking tragic.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
only way you know it's there is if you walk towards it, a symbol will appear to say press A, and then you go through the hole. It's not like it's visible from where you're moving in the game. They did it on purpose to make it so hard to find so that it's a missable item so you can't get your secret endings. I'm like, that's bullshit. You know, they shouldn't have made it that ridiculous. But we will finish off the game on Monday night and see what Emily's standard ending is, and then, you know, finish up the playthrough. I'll give you my final thoughts on the game. Tuesday, we're going to try a new game called Harold Halibut. This is a game that's going to be on Game Pass, and apparently the game looks like Claymation. When I was growing up, Claymation was huge. You had the California Raisins, you had the Claymation Christmas Special, among many other things. I remember Pee-wee's Playhouse had Claymation and stuff in it. So at the time, stop motion animation with clay, you know, Claymation, was really, really prominent. And then it just disappeared. I think that came with the era of 3D rendering and computer graphics and things like that. Here's a game that says we just want to go back in time and kind of make a whole game out of it. And that's pretty crazy. So,
You can't fucking mention Claymation without the fucking legendary Wallace and fucking Gromit. It is very much still a goddamn thing, Claymation. It will not stop being a goddamn thing. There is still a clear, obviously, desire and passion for it. But yeah, fucking shout out to fucking Wallace and Gromit. To me, that's the best one.
excited to see what it is. Now, if the game is terrible, we don't have to play it ever again. It's a Game Pass game. No risk there, right? But if the game ends up being unique and interesting, then we'll keep it in the rotation. We'll see what happens, all right? So that's Tuesday's daytime stream, and then on Tuesday night, there's gonna be more Street Fighter 6. I'm actually going to do a whole night stream of Blanca this time. You know, I've only used Blanca for about an hour since I returned last week, and now I want to get back into, you know, Blanca and getting better with him and learning better strategies and, you know, getting the rust off, per se. So that's going to be Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, it'll be more Elden Ring. And then Wednesday night, I'm leaving completely open. Now, here's what I mean by that. I want it to be a stream that we do whatever we want. If we want to do more of this Harold Halibut, if it's a good game, we'll do that. If you want to see more Helldivers 2 multiplayer, we'll do that. Maybe you want to see Star Wars, the Battlefront Classics collection, return just for a silly night stream because we had a lot of fun doing it a week and a half ago. It was still broken, but it was still fun, right? So maybe you want to see that. And if that's the case, maybe we'll do that.
You want to know why Phil thought it was so much fun playing a broken fucking game? Tips. Pretty much tips. I love all the random fucking Claymation references I've seen in the chat. You got fucking Chicken Run. Brilliant movie, by the way. They made a sequel to it, you know, and it came out earlier on this year, I think. It's alright, you know what I mean? But the original Chicken Run movie, fucking-tastic, good Claymation there. You've got Pingu, the fucking legendary Pingu, with his fucking wee little, you know, strange horn noise he makes with his fucking mouth, you know what I mean? There's no real... Pingu's a fucking classic wee cartoon as well, and it's not even no. Can you call Claymation cartoons? I mean, obviously, Pingu is made for kids to enjoy. Morph is a fucking legendary one as well, of course, exactly. But, yeah. Brilliant entertainment for children growing up back in the fucking day. Fucking Stevie Dead has a tape with a bunch of Morph episodes on it. Watch the shit of it when you were a kid, exactly. Yeah, I mean, so Claymation's always my big fucking thing, but to me, Wallace and Gromit's the best one. And like, and not just obviously, because there's such entertaining movies and good characters as well. Like, you had Wallace and Gromit go to the moon just so I can fucking... the craziest fucking story. I feel like I've told a story before, but I'll fucking be brief about it. The company that made Wensleydale fucking cheese were about to go out of fucking business, okay? The animators tried to fucking find the type of cheese to fucking have, you know, Wallace say. And apparently Wallace saying Wensleydale was the best and easiest thing to animate. So because Wallace was made to say Wensleydale cheese, it saved that company from going out of fucking business and their sales fucking skyrocketed. Like, that, to me, that's an incredible fucking story. That, you know, a cheese making company, you know what I mean, their fucking business was fucking slow, they're in fucking danger of like going bankrupt or whatever, that business. And because of a wee cartoon, I mean a wee animation with Claymation, where the fucking main character, you know what I mean, says Wensleydale or whatever, you know what I mean, It fucking resulted in massive sales for that fucking company, and the fucking company was saved. And to me, that's an incredible story. It's just crazy how fucking life can work that way. And it's not as if I don't think it was some sort of it was coincidence. It's not as if like the fucking animators knew. Oh, what should we try and save this cheese? No, it was just sheer dumb luck for that company. That the animation had them say that fucking thing.
Right? So I'm leaving it open on purpose. So we can just think about what we want to do and just kind of pick and have a good time. So let's think about it, and then we'll determine what it's going to be, and we'll have a nice final consecutive stream of the week Wednesday night. Next week, we'll continue on with all the current playthroughs. Next week, there's another new game. It's actually called Another Crab's Treasure, and it is a Soulsborne-like game. It is. It's like Dark Souls, but it's with crabs and aquatic creatures. So don't tell me how that's going to work, but I will know soon because someone submitted the trailer for it on today's show of DSP versus the Internet. So we're actually going to watch like the preview together to kind of get an idea of what this is. So we're going to check that out. It's also a Game Pass game coming out on the 25th. So we'll give that a look too and see if it's any good. And again, if it's good, keep it in the rotation, right? Why not?
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
Who fucking cares?
All right. So that's the schedule. All right. And outside of that, as we've begun talks about, there will be a marathon coming up probably at the end of May.
Fuck me. Dashy's got a fucking link to a fucking YouTube video. Why do I have a bad feeling that this fucking link is going to result in bad things for a stream later on? Let me click Dashy's YouTube link. Oh, it's a theme tune. That's enough. I got copyright claimed. No more. Let's click. There's a theme tune developed and grow it. Fucking fantastic stuff. Good old, Wensleydale. No, but yeah, I don't want a BBC to come after me. Thanks, Dashy.
And the ideas that I have are either a fighting game fiesta, where I play a variety of fighting games, including Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and retro fighting games on Fightcade on my mini PC. But in addition, we can watch back some footage and clips of me playing fighting games back in the day from tournaments, and I can react to that. Also, I can tell you some stories of fighting games and stuff. I'm sure you guys would ask questions, and I can tell you, different stuff about my days as a fighting game player. My wife would make special food for that. It would be a good time. All right, that's one idea. Another idea I have is an Indies Marathon, where you guys will nominate and vote for indie games. I haven't done an Indies Marathon in many years, and usually when I do these, they work out pretty well because they expose me to a bunch of games that normally I wouldn't be exposed to, games that I usually ignore, okay? And sometimes these games end up being interesting, and I actually play them as like a full playthrough on the channel. And another idea someone had is a Rageathon, where basically people purposefully nominate games that they know are difficult and rage-inducing. For example, in the past, games like Ninja Gaiden Black or Super Meat Boy have worked for Rageathons. So these are our ideas. Let's continue to think about these. If anyone has an opinion or a suggestion, or you have a prominent preference on what you'd like, let me know, and we'll got to start to plan this. I'd say let's take another week or two to figure it out, and that way we can kind of start to hype it up and build it up for the month to figure out exactly what we're going to do. Especially if we're going to do that one with fighting games. I want to have time to set up Fightcade on a night stream probably and get it working, okay? All right. Cool. And thanks. Already people are giving their feedback. Like True Corporation says, I didn't even recover from the 9 months of Street Fighter Overload. Yeah, I would prefer an indie showcase stream. There you go. That's his opinion. Okay. Guys, as I said, no exaggeration. I just don't have a lot for today's show, which is good. It's good that not every show that we do is packed with things from end to end, like a stuffed bookcase, right? Instead, sometimes we can have some breathing room and some space to just kind of spread out and chill and say, enjoy the spring air. It's relaxing on stream today. I can stretch out, I can feel the breeze, and I can say, what are we going to do now? I don't know. So we have some options. Option number one is that we literally just open up this Q&A super early, and we see what you guys want to talk about. Option number two would be suggestion box. Option number three is I get up from the chair and I walk away for half an hour and you can stare at the chair.
Free. Oh my good God, free. I've never have I in my life wanted more than to have free win. Please, Phil, do a poll. Spoiler, he hasn't done a poll for it, so he's not going to happen. But god damn, can you imagine? Actually, I want to see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on Raw, Phil. Okay, give me a second. Give me 2 seconds. I need to see this.
The other end.
Shut up, Phil. How far are we behind the live DSP? We're live, so we're like 20 minutes. Okay, let's rewind 20 minutes. Okay, and let's check out what his chat was saying when Phil said that. Okay. Let's just hide the raw Phil chat for now. This is the chat I want to see.
And I just don't have a lot for today's show.
So let's just fast forward. And let's see how often. Do we see a lot of frees in the chat? Creme de Coco landed free. That's the only free I see. Is chat boring these days? I was expecting an overwhelming number of fucking threes.
You fought against me in Street Fighter and Multiversus.
I don't know what he's saying here. Helldivers 2. But everyone's saying chair though. Look at all of you saying chair. In fact, isn't that what this fucking emoji is? Chair, and everyone's saying genetics hybrid. Yeah, they're all saying chair. I remember, so I think the chat is, the Phil's chat is a wee bit behind like what you see on the screen there. So yeah, everyone's actually fucking saying chair or suggestion box, but a lot of them are saying chair. Whoever enters the most chairs wins. They want chairs. I'm seeing more chairs than anything else. So yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't know why I was expecting an overwhelming number of fucking people spamming free and fucking saying chair. Phil's chat is quite dead after all, remember.
Any of them are pretty valid suggestions, I feel. Like, any of those are good options. So what do you guys think?
Who fucking cares?
Fuck you, Phil.
Versus you'd love to do Injustice 2. I likely am never going back to Injustice 2. Very, at this point, it's a dated game. By the way, Injustice 2, I felt never played well online. The netcode was very laggy and bad, which made certain characters almost unbeatable, because the whole point of the game was to have different kind of combat. Some characters were rushdown, some characters were zoning. Well, you can't beat a zoning character if the game lags. It's just impossible. So I didn't really like Injustice 2 online because of that. Yeah, I'm not going to be going back to that. If they ever make an Injustice 3, I would check it out, but no interest in Injustice 2. Okay. Well, some people seem to be saying suggestion box. Let me see if I can pull up the old suggestion box. Let's see. We're going to sort by newest first.
Oh, God.
Scroll down.
No, we're going to get a suggestion box, guys. Not again. I'm going 1.5. I'm speeding up.
Let's see if I can find the last one.
Oh, this is going to be brutal, I can tell. This is going to suck so much.
We read this one. Okay, I'm finding the right ones. We read that one. We read that one. Think we read that one? Did we read that one? Alright, my apologies if we have missed some of these. But let's just start from here. Alright, because this one I don't recognize. So, turn back on comments for videos that have the comments turned off. Well, here's the deal. With that, excuse me. I don't know what you mean. If you can clarify.
So, you still have a bunch of fucking videos, Phil, on your channel which don't have comments enabled. That's what it fucking means. He's wanting you to fucking go back on your content and enable comments again on your older content. Why is this so confusing for you to understand? The Phil's about to explain what he thinks he means.
With that, excuse me. I don't know what you mean. If you can clarify. Technically, there shouldn't be videos with the comments turned off, but there probably are. Alright, allow me to explain the history of DSP Gaming and what happened with this channel, okay? I opened DSP...
I knew it. I fucking knew we were going to get a fucking history lesson. Oh, fuck me, man. No. No. Wait, before we do this, let's just fucking enjoy Otters. We're about to get a fucking history lesson again. That Otter's wearing that fucking basin and bucket thing as a hat. It's adorable. Let's just chill just for a brief wee moment. Let's enjoy the Otters. Let's have them try and... Because we're about to get a goddamn fucking history lesson about why Phil had to fucking disable comments in the first place. And it's all our fault. Spoiler alert, Evil AJ was to blame. Right, that's enough chilling in Otters helping. Let's get back to business. Let's get back to Bingo and have Phil explain why comments are disabled on his old content.
Gaming in 2010. At that time, I was very popular on YouTube and everyone liked me, okay? I operated this channel for about 4 years, and I never really saw anything negative thrown towards it. When I moved across the country in 2014, all of a sudden, boom, I was hit with tons of negativity, toxicity, and trolling activities. I noticed attitudes change towards me, right? I started having people try to purposefully ruin multiplayer sessions. I saw people try to ruin chats. I saw people start leaving crazy amounts of negative comments on my videos, and at that time, it was basically just, oh, this video sucks. And who cares? Leave the negative comment, downvote the video. I don't give a crap. You can leave that, right? It's not a big deal. Then in 2015, it ramped up. Multiple false copyright strikes against my channel, and I got swatted. And then in 2016, it continued. And basically, it just kept escalating. It got to the point where it was a meme to hate on Darkside Phil, and people were actually, get this, competing to leave the most toxic, hurtful, nasty, disgusting comment they could on my videos.
No, they weren't. No, they fucking weren't. That never happened, Phil. You're making it up.
Why would they do that? Because then that comment would be highlighted in one of these negative videos about me. There were actually people who would take clips of a playthrough and then look at the comments and look for the nastiest ones. So it wasn't that these people genuinely cared. They just wanted attention in a video. But the thing is, the things they said were ridiculously harmful. Some people were doxing me and my family members. Some people were leaving racist, sexist, awful things, accusing me of pedophilia. You know, the worst level of shit you could see on the internet.
Only Phil may be allowed to be racist and sexist on his own channel. No one else is allowed to fucking have that fucking freedom on his channel apart from Phil Burnell. Also, Phil, you doxed yourself, you dumb bastard. Multiple times. You done it to yourself, as per usual.
And it got so bad in 2017 that I actually got contacted by some of my longest running fans behind the scenes. And they banded together and started writing me. We're like, just so you know.
Banded together? All two of them?
It's to the point where it's so bad in your video comments that, like, we don't even want to watch your content anymore. Like, it's not even a fun, productive place to be because the moment we press play, we look down and there's insanely bad stuff down there. Now, we know you're one man and you can't moderate every single video or whatever.
I want to see this email so badly. Phil, please dig out this email. Please, I beg you. I would beg you on my hands and knees for you to unearth this email and show it to the world. I would love to see this fucking email. Because I don't believe that fucking shit exists.
So we recommend you just turn your comments off. And I was like, okay, I guess this is what we have to do. It was just this ongoing process. Like I said, it started around 2014, and every year it just got worse and worse to the point where it was like a breaking point. All right. Now here's the thing. Did I want to turn off comments? Absolutely not. But YouTube didn't have a real way to fix things back then. It was either comments on or off, or if you're gonna sit there and moderate all your comments, right? So basically what I did is I did turn off comments.
That's what you do now. You moderate your comments. You have to approve them to happen. So basically, the thing that happened back then, where you had to moderate your comments, is what you implemented today. But you're saying you didn't do it back then because you're just a lazy bastard. You're still a lazy bastard, but you don't have as many comments these days because you're not as popular these days.
And yeah, it hurt my channel. Absolutely it did. It hurt my channel, it hurt my content. You know, it's one of the reasons why the channel had a big decline is because people can't, there's no sense of community. But there already was no sense of community because the comments were so vile, anyone who wanted to be positive couldn't do that, you see? So it was either like, be completely negative or have nothing. I would rather have nothing than have complete negativity. Maybe other people disagree and would rather just have comments on and let these idiots just have full reign of whatever they want to do. I didn't want that, and I turned it off, okay? Comments were off for a good 3-4 years, but I continued on. I had video views, people watched my streams, they contributed, you know, I continued on. Turning off video comments did not kill me. Might have killed other content creators. It did not kill me. All right. But then when I returned to YouTube full time in 2021, I left Twitch because of the big fiasco over there being insanely unprofessional and treating me awfully. I said, well,
I mean, you used harmful slurs, Phil. It was really hateful slurs, but Phil calls them harmful slurs for some reason.
now if I'm going to be back here full time and all my efforts will be focused on YouTube, then I want to get a community.
No, hold on.
I said, well, now if I'm going to be back
No, it's not what he said. It's the face I just fucking saw there. I saw a very bizarre face there for a second.
here full time, and all
Give me a second here. Give me a wee second here. I just love how, like, he didn't interrupt his flow of what he was saying. But to me, it was just like, yeah, like, to me it stands out. To me, it's like, and he didn't slow down, didn't miss a beat. And yet he's still doing something bizarre with his fucking hands and eyes and fingers and face or whatever. Glory stuff. So yeah, I as soon as I fucking saw that, I knew I had to get a wee screenshot. And it's there we go, nice stuff indeed. I just throw that towards my members so they can have fun with that particular screenshot. Fantastic. Ah, Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck? Let's get back to the bingo. Let's continue.
efforts will be focused on YouTube, then I want to get a community building back up again, okay? And so I wanted to look into turning on video comments, and lo and behold, in the 4 years my video comments were off, YouTube instituted a new system that would catch comments and basically put them through a filter. It would auto-filter for words that were harmful. So any racist words, any really nasty sexual words, you know, stuff like that would be auto-caught and filtered out. I also had the ability to put in certain catchphrases and words, like I could put in, you know, street addresses and shit that people were trying to dox, and it would catch those and filter it out. Any other comments that essentially were not deemed as ultra harmful go into a queue that I look at, and I read the comments and I approve them. All right, and then they show up. So now you can leave comments on all of my videos for the last 3 years, and all you gotta do is wait a little bit. They don't show up instantly, but as long as it's not some kind of a toxic ass comment, it shows up on my video within like 24 hours. Because I go to the queue a few times a day, and I review the queue and I approve. Now I'm gonna be honest, it's not foolproof. What I've noticed, sometimes if I'm checking the app on my phone, I see certain comments. If I then go to the comment section on my desktop, I see different comments. How does that make sense? It should all be the same. But YouTube is a piece of garbage with people who code really weirdly, and it's just so odd. I wish it all worked well and it was 100%, you know, good and kosher. It's not. It just doesn't work half the time. So I know for a fact there's people who leave comments and they never show up. And then they say, Phil, what happened? I didn't leave a toxic comment. I was trying to be positive. What happened? I'm like, I don't know. YouTube ate the comment. There's nothing I can really do. You know, I have to work with the tools available. If I open comments completely 100%, that whole troll element will just come right back. And they'll just continuously flood the videos with really nasty, toxic stuff on purpose. And it'll go right back to how it was pre-2017, where everyone hated the comments and didn't want to watch the videos anymore. So the way I see it is, the lesser of two evils is to have the comment filtering system where I can at least get some of the comments on the videos, right? And I'm sorry to those whose comments get eaten, okay? Now, what this comment is saying, or this suggestion is saying, is turn back comments on all of your videos. I thought I had, but maybe what happened was in 2021, all that happened is all new videos at that point had comments turned on. Maybe.
Yes, that is what happened to you dumb. Oh my god, you are a dumb son of a bitch. You never thought to yourself to check? You never thought for one fucking second to fucking check and... Oh my god, you stupid bastard. Oh my god. This is his business. This is his livelihood. This is his means to fucking exist on this fucking planet, to fucking afford to fucking eat and pay his bills, and he has no concept of how to fucking do and manage his fucking business and do his job oh my god. Phil, this is why you're a fucking lol cow.
That's the case? Because I know for a fact you could still leave comments on my old videos from pre-2017. All right? But I think you're right. I think there's no comments on any videos from 2017 to 2021. They're all off, right?
You don't wonder for a fucking second, Phil, why I haven't seen any fucking comments on that 4-year time period ever? Is it only fucking striking you now how fucking odd it was? How you didn't see any new comments within the last like couple of years, you know, for those fucking years that you done YouTube? Did you just think to yourself, I guess nobody fucking likes my videos in that time?
So I guess the question is, how would you do that, right? Like, for example, right now...
Not you. How would you fucking do that? You would fucking do it. You go into your fucking queue and enable comments. It requires effort on your part. I know it's a fucking terrifying prospect for you, Phil. You're fucking terrified at the fucking thought of you actually fucking have to put effort in to fucking try and do something for the audience. But that is what you're going to have to fucking do.
Now, if I went to my channel, I'm looking at all my videos. And I click on, I don't know, select all. All it says is 30 videos selected.
Yeah, because you're fucking viewing 30 videos at a fucking time. But only you can only view up to 50 videos at a fucking time. So when you select all, you get to select all fucking 50 for that fucking view for that page you're on. At most. Oh, yes. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be fucking glorious. He's gonna complain so hard about this.
Now, how would I select all videos forever on my channel? I don't know. You know? And also, you know, what are the actions that I can do here? Edit. There is comments. On. With comment moderation. Pause comments or turn all off. That's what it says. Okay? So it looks like it's possible. But I guess the question is, how do I select all of my videos on my channel? I think I hit select all, now it says all videos selected. What does that even mean? Does it mean all videos on my channel forever? And now if I try this and I hit comments, and I hit on but comment moderation basic, I could try it.
This
Let's see what
hurts.
happens.
This hurts so much.
You're about to update the selected videos. The update cannot be stopped once it is started. I understand the implications of this action. Well, this is just turning comments on for moderation. This isn't deleting videos. This isn't, you know, destroying my channel. I guess we'll try it. You ready to see what happens? This could fuck everything up. I hope not. Updating videos. It's safe to navigate away, but wait before making another bulk update. So let's see what happens. I'm trying it. I hope it doesn't screw the channel up. Basically, what this should do is have comments on all videos, but with the moderation feature. So
And I'm telling you right now, all it's going to fucking do is enable that fucking feature for comments on the fucking latest 30 videos he has on his channel.
you can comment on any video, but don't expect the comment to show up right away. It's going to go into my queue, and I have to approve your comment. Okay? There you go. Exactly. What could possibly go wrong? Well, with YouTube, they'll probably think that I just tried to delete all my videos, right? Knowing YouTube, and I'm not even joking, doing anything like this on YouTube is a huge liability because YouTube doesn't work right. It's just, they act like they're the best site on the planet, like they're a bunch of brainiacs. In reality, the coders at YouTube are some of the most...
Well, reality was said, fantastic, we have our bingo.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning. Ridiculous silver spoon in the mouth people all went to Ivy League colleges. They all get coddled and treated like they're some special, snowflakes. They sit there eating pomegrapples and doing, meditation classes instead of doing work. I'm not kidding. They actually have, like, exercise meditation classes that they do during their workday.
Did I hear him call pomegranates pomegrapples? Did I genuinely just hear that? Did I... I'm going to slow it down to normal speed. so we can get his fucking toxic, bitter-ass rants.
The coders at YouTube are some of the most ridiculous silver spoon in the mouth people. All went to Ivy League colleges. They all get coddled and treated like they're some special, you know, snowflakes. They sit there eating pomegrapples and doing, you know, meditation classes.
Steve, he said pomegrapples. Add it to the fucking blackboard.
Instead of doing work. I'm not kidding. They actually have, like, exercise meditation classes that they do during their workday.
Heaven forbid fucking anyone does fucking exercise. You know, God's sake, Phil, that's a terrifying prospect. Thank God you don't fucking have to do exercise ever. Oh, for God's sake, let's go back to 1.5 speed. Fucking pomegrapples. Fuck me, man. Pomegrapples. I don't even... Hold on, I need to verify something. It exists in the Watch Dogs 2 video game. So, yeah. Let me show you. It exists only in a video game. And I'm not sure if Phil played enough of the game to understand that it exists in a fucking video game. A pomegrapple in the game is a smoothie created by Noodle, the Google of the Watch Dogs 2 world, as a drink for the hipster geeks that work there. Its ingredients are pomegranates and apples, hence the name. That is, it doesn't exist in the real fucking world. But it exists in a fucking video game, but I don't think Phil was aware of that. I'm not sure.
Over at Google. I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not. But yeah, like, it's just weird that the way that they operate as a company. So I would not be surprised that I just said, oh.
Phil, you could have said business. Why didn't you just say fucking business as a company? Way to be a dick.
Bulk update all of my videos to turn on comment moderation. You know, so if anyone's have the comments off now, you can comment on it. And this like deletes half my videos. Let's see what happens. It's running right now. Okay, it says you can navigate away. The thing is, this could take. I mean, DSP Gaming is a 14-year running channel. It could literally take hours and hours for this to take effect. But I guess we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it doesn't destroy my comment section. We'll find out later today, I guess. So there you go. Suggestion taken. Let's see what happens. Okay. This is just another person saying short in the podcast, and you know I'm not going to even care about that. Set the DSP versus the internet playlist on DSP Reacts to order videos from newest to oldest. I think I did that. I think I've done this one. I think when I saw this comment come in, I actually went ahead and automatically did it. Yes, I did. I did. So now the latest clip is the one that shows up, not the oldest. Because for like a year, the original video was the one showing, and nothing recent. So I changed it. So now it's the most recent video that shows up there. So that one, that suggestion was accepted and already applied a month ago. So there you go. Cool. I have to remember when I do suggestion box to periodically check for contributions and stuff because I don't see them pop up anymore. So no, nothing there. And shit. Oh,
Wait. He gets contributions in his suggestion box? What do you mean periodically check for contributions in your suggestion box? I don't understand. Are people throwing you money in your fucking suggestion box? Somehow. We should need to check. I'm so confused. The suggestion box should be a completely separate thing from your contributions. Phil. Or are you just saying, oh, while I'm checking a suggestion box thing, I'm going to keep a fucking eye on my fucking PayPal or some pish?
On the shout out to Maddie, who became a super supporter member of the channel. Thank you so much, Maddie. I missed it because I was reading the suggestion box. Sorry about that. I appreciate that, Maddie. And I will have to keep my eyes peeled periodically for contributions. Okay.
Who fucking cares?
Now again, this is these suggestions are outdated. These are from like a month ago. Let's listen to this. I think part of the toxicity in your tech and stream stems from how you act when you play the game. It's rage and calling people names, and it fosters behavior from the audience. What? No, the audience that does toxic things to me will do toxic things to me if I'm the nicest guy on the planet. It's just because they're toxic people looking to create a narrative. We talked about this 2 days ago. That doesn't matter what I say or do. They're just there to make me look like a villain. But I'll agree with you that there is.
Phil, we don't have to fucking work hard whatsoever to make you look like a fucking villain. We actually don't fucking have to do a goddamn thing for you to look like a fucking villain. We just fucking sit there and just fucking observe, and you are a villainous, nasty, toxic human being.
Is a rage issue when I play fighting games, particularly when I'm losing and I don't understand why. and I feel like I'm not learning. I've always said that if you're playing a fighting game and you lose, as long as you learn something from the loss, right, then it's not a loss. It's actually, you're just collectively gaining knowledge that'll make you better over time. But if you play a game and you just get trounced, and it's like, dude, I have no idea why that happened, so I'm never gonna learn. That's what's frustrating. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's something I need to work on. Oh, let's see here. There are times when I'm turning into your podcast. I love it. I want to send some support, but I don't. You don't do shout outs till the end of the show. My work can sometimes call me away, and I miss the end of the podcast and sometimes the stream, and I miss the opportunities to support. I think I speak for most people when I say we really enjoy the instant feedback from tips to super chats. My suggestion is you do shout outs throughout the podcast. I think that would make it more engaging for the audience and guys like me who like these shout outs won't put it off and possibly lose the opportunity. Although I appreciate that and I understand where you're coming from, the problem with that is on the podcast, I have segments that are focused. So for example, I might have a topic I really...
Phil, I mean, you just... It takes like 30 seconds at most. Unless you fucking go off on a fucking derail and tangent. Like, I fucking do it on the fly. I don't wait till like fucking the end of shit to fucking... No. As soon as something comes in, I fucking acknowledge it immediately because that person was kind enough to fucking send me something to contribute. I don't fucking put me in a fucking queue and fucking have to wait a fucking turn. That's no fucking fair.
want to cover today that's important, whether it's a news story or it's an update about something going on the channel, and I got a story to tell or I got a lot to explain, and if I'm every 2 seconds stopping what I'm doing to do a shout out and stopping what I'm doing because of shout out, we'll never get through it. And a lot of the times
in that case, you fucking pause your fucking alerts temporarily. See, I have a feature, and this is not a Streamlabs feature. This is not an OBS, you know, it's a Streamlabs Elements feature.
What's up?
Thank you very much to Ira for a super chat who simply says, "Witness me." I mean, thank you very much, Ira. But you get what I'm saying? No, there's a feature on OBS to pause alerts. That way, if you fucking want to temporarily pause your fucking alerts, or even mute them, you can mute your alerts as well. And then once you're fucking finished talking about your super fucking ultra important thing, then you can fucking continue and unpause your alerts and get on with a fucking show and do some fucking shoutouts. But Phil, how often do you have anything fucking important to fucking talk about in your fucking shitty podcast? Let's be fucking real here. Never usually anything important.
lose your train of thought, right? It'll be like, you know, I'm telling a story and then I have to keep interrupting myself. Like, oh, where was I? You know? And so that does suck. And I agree with you. It makes sense to get that instant gratification. It does. At the same time, you know that the end of the podcast is when I do all the collective shoutouts, correct? So because of that, just watch the end of the podcast every day. And I mean, if you can't be here live, I get it. It's on demand. Just open up the show, scoot to the end of the podcast when you know the shoutouts are, and there you go. And FYI, within 24 hours of every podcast being posted, there's AI-generated timestamps that are in the description. So you can literally click on the timestamp to skip exactly to the point where the shoutouts begin, and there you have it. Okay, the instant shoutouts are definitely available during gameplay, because in gameplay you can pause the game, you don't lose your train of thought, the game's still running, right? For me telling, you know, doing a segment that's very targeted at a certain topic, to interrupt it constantly, interrupt that stream of consciousness or that train of thought or that thing I'm trying to say, it doesn't benefit. I know for a fact because it's happened. There's been streams where I'm doing something, I get interrupted, I come back like, what the hell was I saying? And I can't even get back to the point that I was trying to make because I can't remember what it was.
Because you don't fucking have much intelligence to fucking recall the things you're fucking saying. Like, your limited intelligence shouldn't fucking hinder people's fucking desire to fucking see shout out streams, shout out contributions as they fucking come in.
So I agree with the notion of the instant gratification for contributions. I just don't think it works during certain segments of the podcast. It would make me lose my train of thought and ruin that part. See? Let's see here. Great goal. Some great goals for more money. Okay? Would be reacting to fair criticism videos of DSP, like the Turkey Tom documentary and other This Is How You Don't Play. Even the haters donate for stuff like this, bringing back this for Patreon goals and tips, etc. Well, first of all...
Tips were said, first of all. Tips were said.
Burger.
I feel like I missed something else there. Let me rewind that again, okay? Let me just rewind that to the start. I feel like Phil said something else I might have missed. But, yeah. Turkey Tom was mentioned. Oh god, Turkey Tom was mentioned. This could get fucking nasty. This could get quite toxic.
Lose my train of thought and ruin that part. See? Let's see here. Great goal. Some great goals for more money. Okay? Would be reacting to fair criticism videos of DSP, like the Turkey Tom documentary and other This Is How You Don't Play. Even the haters donate for stuff like this, bringing back this for Patreon goals and tips, etc. Well, first of all, I tried reacting to This Is How You Don't Play. Do you remember the nightmare that created? Because apparently it's totally okay for people to take my content off of my channel, react to it on theirs, create their own content that then can be popular and give them views and monetization and popularity on the internet. That's okay. But if I try to do exactly the same thing that they've been doing for a decade, I shouldn't be allowed to do it just because I'm Darkside Phil.
Phil, remind me what you're doing in an hour's time. You're going to be fucking taking content from other people's channels and reacting to it on your own. So before you fucking start to fucking bitch and whine and moan about things like that, just don't fucking forget what you're doing today.
So when I tried to react to This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid 2 last year, 2 years ago now, Evil AJ tried to take it off the internet.
Well, he didn't want you to fucking react to it. You didn't ask his permission. And then you fucking pretended he gave fucking permission when he hadn't. And then you re-uploaded his content on your own channel, which is quite fucking dodgy in my opinion. But it's a kind of grey area because Phil made the content originally, so who knows.
Yeah, he literally tried to hide the video. He's like, oh, I don't want him to do that. Well, wait a minute, hold on. It's either it's good for everyone or it's good for no one. If you're allowed to do it, then I'm allowed to do it too. You don't get to be an asshole and hide your content because you're a scumbag to me. Which is the truth, is that the guy's a scumbag to me, right? So, someone else had already archived it and sent it to me and I reacted to it anyway. He couldn't hide it and there was nothing he could do about it, okay? Plus, what's hilarious about the situation was months earlier, he had outright given permission on his Twitter account for—
No, he hadn't. No, he hadn't. No, he hadn't. Go on. What's Phil about to say here?
And there was nothing he could do about it, okay? Plus, what's hilarious about the situation was months earlier, he had outright given permission on his Twitter account for me to react to it.
No, he didn't. It was a different game. It was a different fucking game, Phil. He gave you permission for something completely different. Not only that, he then revoked that permission anyway for the other game.
And then he tried to rescind it later. It doesn't work like that. So anyway.
So basically, what Phil is saying here, if you give permission for something, but then you fucking say no, then you're not allowed to say no again. And let that sink in when it comes to Phil's like relationships, okay? Can you imagine? Phil is with a woman. Strange notion, I know. That woman at first said yes, but she probably wasn't thinking straight. The alcohol had got into her fucking head. We'll just think of Phil in his college days, okay? Phil in his college days. He says yes at once, you know, at one point in time, because she's like fucking whatever, what did he fucking say? No matter how many times she screams no later on, Phil's gonna fucking tell her you don't get to fucking rescind your fucking permission. You told me yes at one fucking point in time, so I'm gonna fucking ignore all your fucking no's. To me, that's the impression Phil's giving me here. Honestly, I mean, is it strange? Is it really that strange? Because he is saying that you're not allowed to rescind your permission. If you say yes to something at any fucking point in time, you're not allowed to fucking say down the line later on, no. So yeah, it makes you fucking wonder what any of his fucking limited fucking relationships were ever like in the past. Is that how he fucking won over Liana? Is that how he won over fucking Cat? Who fucking knows?
That was the one I ever did. Then after that, I was like, do I really want to get into this whole problem now with reacting to content and people saying that they don't want me to do it and arguing and everything? Legally, do I have a right to do it? Yes. Do I want to fight with every motherfucker out there who's just a little brat who thinks they can do whatever they want and I'm not allowed to do the same thing? No, I don't want to be arguing with every little brat on the internet. So that's why I basically stopped doing it. I was like, you know, I did the one, I actually had a good time, but I really don't want to waste my time arguing with children. Because that's literally what they are. They're adult children. They're like babies inside of adult bodies.
Oh my god, Phil, look who's fucking talking. Look who doesn't fucking know how to fucking do the laundry or fucking cook dinner or fucking clean fucking the house or whatever. It's all fucking up to your little mother, I mean your wife, to fucking look after you and fucking baby you every fucking day and feed you and fucking burp you and fucking change your fucking nappies and all that shit and fucking take your clothes shopping. You cannot fucking hear it. You play fucking video games every single fucking day, play them fucking poorly, have your fucking chat, have you fucking help you through the fucking game because you lack the fucking intelligence and mental fucking faculties to fucking get through these fucking games. Look who is fucking talking. Who's the fucking pot calling the kettle black if ever I fucking saw it?
Internet. So that's why I basically stopped doing it. I was like, you know, I did the one, I actually had a good time, but I really don't want to waste my time arguing with children. Because that's literally what they are. They're adult children. They're like babies inside of adult bodies because they're just idiots with the way that they act, okay? So there you go. Now as for the Turkey Tom documentary, again, this is something where if I'm going to react to something, I want to be sure that at the very least the person on the other end is not malicious in their intention, okay? And they're not trying to purposefully create an endless cycle of drama for personal benefit, okay? I was actually strongly considering doing an interview with Turkey Tom after his documentary about me, until I did a little bit of research and I found out some of the really disgusting things that he had said on the internet about people, including me. Things like, oh, I just can't wait to milk this person, or I'm milking them more for content. Man, I love it when they comment. I wish that they would just react to my documentary so I could get more, I could milk them further.
I want to highlight that Phil has mentioned Turkey Tom about, what, a dozen times this year alone, at the very least. Turkey Tom has not fucking mentioned or talked about Phil in, like, since November of last year. They moved the fuck on and they're doing other things. Phil is the one who can't stop name dropping Turkey Tom. Phil is the one who can't stop talking about Turkey Tom. Phil is the one that is fucking milking Turkey Tom.
And it's like, what? I mean, seriously, that's so fucking vile. to say something like that, and just casually too. Like, oh, it's just a casual statement I would make on the internet. It's fine, and no one will call me out for it. It's just okay. We're milking people left and right. You know, it's what? You're literally publicly admitting to using people in a toxic and negative way for personal gain. That is vile. It's completely immoral. Why would I then want to give you more attention, right? So that.
But this is what you're doing, Phil, because you keep talking about him.
But I said, nah, forget it. Even though people said his documentary on me was kind of down the middle. It wasn't, oh, I hate this guy, but I like this guy. It was like down the middle, kind of fair. Although he was harsh in certain parts, which I expect. And I expect that from every documentary about me with the mistakes that I made over the years, right? But basically, yeah, after that, I was like, wow, it opened my eyes to it. And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm going to react to anything unless I'm absolutely sure that someone is trying to cover something neutrally or fairly. And so that's why I'm considering later this year reacting to the June the King documentary. Because
Have you done a fucking character profile on him? How sure are you of fucking June the King's moral fucking compass? Has he fucking, like, you know, how's he had your approval? How are you sure? Because June the King, let's be honest with June the King, okay? June the King, he puts a lot of work into the content he does, but ultimately, he focuses, his attention is focused on clickbaity individuals. DSP Gaming is a clickbaity individual. So June the King is essentially using Phil because he knows he will get numbers for covering him. Now, I'm not trying to fucking belittle the work he's fucking put into a documentary, but the whole point of fucking him making it in the first place is because DSP is somebody that's going to get him fucking views and attention. His motive is not to fucking think, oh, I'm going to fucking do this on Phil because he's a fucking, you know, oh, he's a 16-year content creator. I'm not. So the whole intention of him making a documentary first and foremost is so he can get more attention on his own channel. He's not doing it for Phil's best interest. He's not doing it for, you know, it's all about trying to fucking improve his own channel, improve his own metrics, and, you know, get, you know, improve his own, you know, and just sell himself essentially to the audience, to his audience. Anyway, I just thought I'd have a wee random alter break because they're so cute and they're fucking destroying each other as well. Isn't it cute when they're trying to claw each other's faces off? Aren't they adorable when they're fucking barring 7 shades of shite out of one another? Anyway, let's get back to Bingo.
I know he attacks things from a neutral perspective. Now, by the end of the day, even June the King might hate my guts for the stuff I've done over the years. And you know what? What's fair is fair. He has the right to have his own opinions. But at least I know from the perspective he's going to try to cover it neutrally and fairly. I'm curious what kind of information he even dug up on the internet from stuff like the Street Fighter days, because nothing exists. Like, it's just like forum posts from forums that are dead, IRC discussions that were never archived. So I have no clue what he's going to find about stuff, you know? And I think that's going to be fascinating. And I don't think June the King's intention is to continuously milk Darkside Phil for 6 to 8 months. You know what I'm saying? He's going to put out the documentary. He's interested in doing an interview with me after, depending on how my react goes to his documentary. And then after that, we move on. You know? So, I guess we'll see. Okay? Alright, let's see. So OP Boone says, in regards to you doing some Patreon private react videos that had copyright issues, I'm thinking about the Patreon copyright situation. I think the best way to move forward is to treat reacting to copyrighted material like riff tracks. Record only your webcam and microphone when you react to copyrighted materials like music videos. Audio and video for your capture device are muted and hidden. Give a 3, 2, 1 play countdown to each video so the Patreon can sync their video up on their end and watch your commentary. That way you can easily fulfill your end of the $50 Patreon pledge with no troubles. It's actually an interesting concept. Yeah, if you don't have no clue what he's talking about, I do have a Patreon. I never mention it, literally because it's kind of a legacy thing. I don't have any exclusive content on Patreon whatsoever. My Patreon is essentially, hey, if you're a longtime supporter of mine and you wanted to support like behind the scenes on a subscription basis and you don't care about the streams or anything, just pledge to my Patreon and, you know, once a month, you contribute and it helps behind the scenes. That's essentially what my Patreon is, okay?
Bill said help. We have now our fucking, is that a bingo? It's not a bingo, but our square. Burger. There we go. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are 6 away from a full house. We are 3 burps away from a free space, and we're 3 snorts away from a free space. And also 100 likes, remember, is also a free space. The free spaces might be crucial for us getting a full house today. No pressure, guys, but link the stream, ya bams.
But I do have one particular perk level where you get something, and that's the $50 level. If you pledge $50 to my Patreon, I make you a private video. And it could be anything. It could be me reacting to something on the internet. It could be me doing private Q&A, answering your questions for 20 minutes. You know, it could be various different things. You could ask me a question, I'll just talk about a certain topic for 25 minutes. So anyway, this has become more prominent in the last year or so, these private videos that I make for people. And I've done tons of different ones. But yes, the issue is copyright, where I basically have an issue where I make the video, and I'm like, now what do I do with it? You know, and I try to upload it to YouTube, and the goddamn thing is blocked because of copyright. And so now what do you do? But what I've been doing, I actually have a workaround for it. Basically, I'm starting to use third-party sites now, like YouTube, forget it. I just upload it to a file sharing site. And then people just get it from there, and it's up to them to decide, do I just want to keep this on my computer locally forever? Do I want to attempt to upload it to a YouTube or another site and get it viewable? That way, the burden is on them, right? I don't know why I was putting the burden on me. I think that was pretty stupid. Let the burden be on the person who financed the video to figure out what they want to do with that video, okay? So that's what I'm doing now. And actually, I've done that for 2 straight months, and it's worked well. So I think I'm just going to continue doing that. That way, I never have to worry about the video being blocked. But the Rift Tracks take is interesting. What the Rift Tracks guys do, if those who don't know, you guys might remember a show called Mystery Science Theater 3000. Now, I think the show is defunct now, but it used to be one guy and a couple of puppeteers, and they would sit there watching old public domain movies. Most of the time, terrible movies. And they would do commentary over it that was hilarious, like razzing the movie constantly. And there would also be these skits and plot lines in between the movies they watched to make it seem like more of a show, a comedy show, rather than just narrative or commentary over a movie. The show did incredibly well for what it was, low budget. It blew up and ended up getting multiple seasons. It's in syndication now, and it gets tons of syndication money. They run it on YouTube marathons. That makes money. They rebooted it once or twice, and that made more money. So the idea works, but the problem is you can only do that with public domain content. You can't watch someone else's copywritten content and comment on it like that, because that's considered copyright infringement. It's not, oh, I'm doing it for the purposes of I'm not doing a video review. I'm literally playing the entirety of your work, and then I'm commenting on it. So, for example, no, you would not be able to play the entire Spider-Man No Way Home movie with that kind of commentary over it, because that's copyright work. You can't do it over that, right? Only with public domain is it allowed. So what they do is they call it Rift Tracks. They'll play a movie. So let's say they'll hit, all right, everyone, press play on Spider-Man now. And then they'll just record just their commentary, not the movie, as an audio file. You can pay for a subscription to their site, and you get access to all of their Rift Tracks audio files. So you can watch the movie for yourself, which is your own deal, how you get it, right? Whether you pay for it or you borrow it or whatever you're doing, streaming service. And then you just hit play on both things at once or whatever. And now you can get their commentary over the movie. It's a way for them to skirt the copyright law, because they're not technically distributing the movie. They're only distributing their commentary over it, you see? So that I understand that's an interesting take and an interesting idea. Maybe that would work. In long term, if anyone's interested in maybe having me do commentary like over a movie like that. But the thing is, so anyway, so just so everyone knows, my private videos are about 20 minutes long for a $50 pledge. If someone wanted me to commentate over a movie, I mean, you're potentially talking like, if it's a 2-hour movie, that'd be like $300.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He wants to charge his audience $300 so he can commentate through a whole movie. Jesus Christ. And look at the smile it shows in his face. When I Phil thought of that, oh, this is a great idea, and I can charge even more money for it. One more time.
If someone wanted me to commentate over a movie, I mean, you're potentially talking like, if it's a 2-hour movie, that'd be like $300. I don't think anyone wants to pay $300 just to commentate on a movie. So I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, I'm just saying. It's an interesting idea regardless. Okay, we have a shout out to do, and I don't want to miss it. So I think maybe, let's see here. We may
Who fucking
let's
cares?
my suggestion box for now. I don't know if we'll go back to it, but at least let me focus on this, so that way I don't miss it. Like I said, the problem is I don't get to see the pop-ups for contributions when I'm doing suggestion box stuff. It's funny, my preview window on my PC for the podcast right now is very choppy. Do I look normal to you guys on stream? I hope so. Sometimes the preview window just looks bad, and I don't know.
You've never looked normal in your entire fucking time you've done YouTube, pal. You've always looked like a strange fucking abnormality. You've never once ever fucking looked normal. But no, your webcam seems fine for us though.
Why? I'm watching, I'm like, wow, I'm like 15 frames per second right now. I'm like ghosting across the screen. I don't know why. Hopefully I'm a good frame rate to you guys. Okay, so I received a $5 tip from John Lambo. Let's see here. This is a very long comment. I'm gonna read it. Let me get the animation going. It's a very long comment. I think there's multi parts to it. Get him up on the leaderboard and let's see what the comment is.
I wonder if it's a troll or was an actual fan. Let's find out.
So, you're a 16-year content creator. That is correct, I am. I suggest when you take your break, when I take my break, what break is he talking about? He's talking about when I take a shit after the podcast and before I start with the content on my streams? Anyway, he says, have a playlist of any of your videos uploaded. It can be unboxings, vlogs, cooking, Bioshock playthrough, etc. You could take a normal 30 to 45 minute break like everyone else. You can play the video during your break, not rushing yourself, relax, and who knows, we could probably find another original best moment and you have YouTube Premium. It's a win-win. Oh, I understand what he's saying. Not for me. He's saying for you. What he's saying is, if I go on a break, right? Like, let's say I finish this podcast and I'm going to take a break before I start gameplay. All right? Basically, he's saying hit play on a playlist that has like my classic content in it, so people can watch some of my older content on the stream rather than seeing on break or just my empty chair. You see? And then people can watch that content and maybe talk in the chat and do all that stuff when I'm not here. And what he's saying is perhaps what'll happen is some people would contribute, maybe some people would find a cool moment from the past that they like to bring up and become a new meme or something like that. All right, you know, I've never really thought about that. I would have to think about what it would be. Like what should it be? Should it be release day unboxings from 100 years ago? Should it be a playthrough? Should it be, you know, we'd have to think about it, I guess. And what I would have to do is set that up on the YouTube app. And I'd have that on the screen and just hit play on that and you guys would watch it when I'm not here. I would have to set up probably a series of playlists because I do have YouTube Premium on one of my YouTube accounts, just one. I'm not getting YouTube Premium on multiple accounts. That'd be pretty stupid. But I just have to be sure I'm logged into that account, make the playlist on that account, and just sit there and hit play and then go on my break and come back like 15 minutes later and you guys have been watching something for 15 minutes rather than just been sitting around bored, you know. All right, it's a potential interesting idea. If that's the case, what kind of videos would you guys like to see? That's an interesting question. What videos would you like to see me play during the breaks? Not to say that the breaks are prominent because they're not. Usually I take one break, right? The entirety of a streaming day like that. But I guess the question is, what would you like to see? All right, so thank you to John Lambo. Valid suggestion. It's funny because that's a suggestion that wasn't in the suggestion box. We just took it randomly from another place. But what kind of things would you guys like to see in there? Some people say cooking with the king. No, this is how you don't play. Those aren't my videos. I can't play videos that aren't mine, genius. I can't play videos that I don't own on my stream. What are you talking about? You
did it earlier on. You just fucking admitted you fucking done it with Evil Age. You admitted you fucking done it with Evil Age. You fucking took his video and you fucking put it on your own channel. So, fuck me, man. I just... He can't seem to fucking make up his mind whether he fucking did something right or wrong. The narrative changes every fucking time he takes a breath.
I can't play videos that I don't own on my stream. What are you talking about? Man, that was a dumb suggestion. I have to own them. Some people just, I don't get it, man. We literally just had the conversation. You can't play copyrighted content you don't own on your channel and do commentary on it because, you know, like I can't watch Spider-Man No Way Home.
No one's selling you to fucking play copyrighted content on your channel, Phil. I don't think actually, if Phil actually fucking had an actual random "this is how you don't play" from somebody, I don't think the person like who made it would actually have any grounds to try and copyright claim it. Would they? Because I mean, it is Phil's content. So like, what's the fucking legality there? If Phil was the person that made it originally, and someone else has fucking transformed it into an entertaining product for "this is how you don't play," and if Phil should then play that for himself on his channel, I feel like he's the one that made it. It's a very strange area, I feel. I don't know. And exactly what D-Dog says, what's the point of DSP Reacts if that was the case? Exactly.
Oh, gee, Phil, why don't you play content that you don't own? Anyway.
Isn't that what you're about to fucking do in DSP Reacts, so?
Let's think about that. Let's take ideas. What kinds of stuff would you be interested in seeing, right? If I were to do something like that. Maybe I can make a few playlists and hit play, and that'd be an interesting suggestion. All right, anyway, thank you for that, John Lambo. I received a $20 tip from 1 Minute Man. All right. Whoa. Why is there a capital I? Disturbing. Fix that. There we go. Okay, 1 Minute Man says, my opinion on Harold Halibut, it seems to be a well-made game, but I think that it is intended for a younger age range. It may be wrong for your audience, but you play it more than once. I'm personally not interested, spoiled as I am with the recent RPG that you played. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked into it. I just heard it's Claymation, and people were like, we're interested just to see what it is. So that's why I'm giving it a shot. I literally don't know what the gameplay elements are of it. I'm serious. Like, I haven't spoiled myself. I figured it'll be like an honest, quick, you know, first stream look at it. And if we play it for 2-3 hours and we're like, wow, this game is just not for us. It's kind of boring or kind of simplistic or kind of kiddie or whatever it may be, then we never have to play it again.
So I have just received word from D-Dog that we've had 100 likes on the stream, guys. Thank you very much for liking the stream, and we've got our first free space of the Bingo game. Not only do we have a free space for Bingo card, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. Remember to keep an eye in the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing. You shoot that motherfucker now, Jasper. Good cat. I love that fucking cat.
But the cool thing about Game Pass is you have that opportunity to try to like taste games. It's like having a taste test without having to buy the meal, right? So that's what I think. Like maybe play it and see if it's any good, and if it's good, continue, and if not, that's fine. We don't have to play it again. That's my approach. So I don't know if I'll play it again after that. First, we'll find out. Okay. Okay. I received a $2 tip. Do I think that having trolls might be a positive thing? No. I don't have to read the rest of your comment because there's these very weird people on the internet that are like troll sympathizers or troll apologists. And they have this very bizarre fucking theory that having trolls is a good thing because it gives you attention. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what people say. I can wholeheartedly tell you this right now. No. Having attention in general is not a good thing. You want positive attention in life. You don't want attention by any means necessary. Even though there are some content creators out there that think that, oh, the only way I can get attention is negative, so I'll just do drama shit. It's stupid. I'll give you some examples. If I didn't have a bunch of trolls stalking me at every movement, I could actually have some sponsors. I could actually have some products that I believe in that I could actually have on the stream that would actually, you know, either pay me or have like those referral programs. And I would have additional income that would allow me to do things like take more days off a week and spend more time with my family or maybe go on a honeymoon. And I can't do those things because I have a toxic cloud following me around that no matter how I behave, they say I'm the devil. So if I were to ever get a sponsorship, I would lose it because they would harass the sponsor and the sponsor would leave.
But Phil, you're not a paid shill. There was me thinking that you fucking refused to do sponsorships outright because you weren't a paid shill. And here you are telling us that that's not actually a fucking case at all, that you would do if you could, but you can't because of trolls and detractors. It's almost like Phil's lying about the whole paid shill crap, and he just fucking tried to come up with an excuse as to why he doesn't do sponsorships. I'll tell you this right fucking now, okay? In all actuality. Phil Burnell. If Phil Burnell didn't have any detractors and critics and trolls, he would have not been able to have done this as a living, and he would not have been able to have fucking afforded to move properly towards renting. That's my take. Oh no, well to be fair, he would have moved, I think. But things would have went fucking downhill a lot more quicker for him after the move. Because his success, his fucking gravy train days fucking obviously funded, and credit cards as well, credit cards funded that fucking move across country to renting, okay? But also, around about that time, the apocalypse happened and Machinima renegotiated the contract. The views-based contract was no longer a fucking thing, and then the ad revenue fucking went and tanked. When Machinima fucking went bye-bye, and when the ad revenue fucking tanked, Phil would have fucking basically, he probably would have had to have wound up things there and then and there. You know? Because at that point in time, detractors were fucking also quite prominent. And also it was SOK at first, not a shit, you know what I mean? But yeah. Within the last few years, especially within the last 5, 6, 7 years, basically after bankruptcy, it's been the fucking detractors and trolls which has fucking made him relevant. Without that, he would have fucking been forgotten about, and he would have had to fucking just got a real job. Or just blown his fucking brains out. Either way. These days, it's fucking detractors and trolls which is keeping him prominent. Because it's them that's fucking getting the word out that Phil did something dumb and so fucking moist critical or someone hears about it. Or fucking has been gold or whatever. Look at the other day when Phil went out his way to a fucking segment on his fucking channel to talk about things like detractors and trolls. He went out his way to discuss his thoughts on it. He is artificially attempting to manufacture drama out of the fucking blue. When days like today, as a React day, he doesn't fucking have to try and manufacture anything. So he's like, oh, we have nothing to talk about today, guys. We've got a nice chill, laid back fucking stream now, we're going to do a React crap. But he needs people like Tevin and Evil AJ. And he needs fucking these detractor eyes on him to fucking keep him prominent and relevant. Because without them, most of the internet wouldn't fucking remember him and he would just fucking be forgotten. He would literally only have a small tiny community holding him afloat. I don't know. Is it possible that Phil would still be fucking doing this without detractors? Of course it's possible. But I just don't think the numbers would be... His numbers are terrible today, as they are. But I think without the detractors and trolls it'd be even worse. Like he would struggle to get 100, I think, per stream.
That's something that people without a troll base don't have. Literally, there are people way smaller than me that have sponsorships. People who get, 100 people on a stream. People with tiny Twitter followings. People with channels with like 20,000 subscribers have sponsorships that I can't get because of my troll base. You understand? Again, I'll say this. Out of the 99%, the 99% of people who watch me, okay? Excuse me, let me say that again. Out of all the people that watch me or know of me, 99% of them hate me. 1% of the people who know of me give me a shot and realize I'm not the devil and actually like, wait a minute, a lot of the stuff that they say about Phil is completely false. It's just done for the narrative of making content and monetizing, right? But almost no one gives me a shot. So right now, if I didn't have a toxic troll base, even though I might be a small-time YouTuber, I would still be able to do things like collabs. Imagine if I could actually show up on someone's podcast talking about gaming instead of controversies around me. Imagine if the side scrollers wanted to interview me, but it was because they had a hot topic of something going on in gaming and they wanted me to be part of a panel to contribute instead of, let's just talk about all the nasty controversial things your detractors say for 5 hours. But no, that's the life I have to live because I have trolls. If I didn't have trolls, things would be a lot better for me and my family. Okay? There is zero justification for the things they've said or done. Nothing that they have done has swayed towards the positive side versus the negative. I would be much better off if the trolls never existed. I would be prominent on YouTube. I never would have had a "this is how you don't play" movement that would have been so toxic. I wouldn't have gotten swatted. My channel wouldn't have had millions of views deleted and taken it out of the YouTube algorithm. Like, there's a zillion things that trolls have done that are exponentially worse than the few trickled people in here who came in as a result of watching troll content and maybe not like me. Okay? Listen, I'll take it as it is. There's nothing I can really do about it, right? But essentially, I know for a fact that trolls have fucked with my life endlessly and continue to do so, by the way. Just because I don't actively talk about it all the time doesn't mean that they're not actively trying to fuck me over in ways you would never even believe if I told you, okay? They're fucked up, obsessed weirdos. And it's messed up the extent that they go for absolutely nothing. So basically, yeah, no, you're completely wrong, insanely off base. Like, not even wrong, you're insanely wrong. You're like, one of the most incorrect statements to be made on this planet would be, oh, isn't it probably a good thing you have trolls? No, absolutely fucking not. If I didn't have trolls, I could literally be double the profitability that I have right now, seen in a positive light, seen as someone who could be part of an online internet community and not hated on constantly, right? There's so many things that would be better for me if I didn't have trolls. There you go.
I wanted to just let that fucking go and just not interrupt that. That was incredible. The delusions of grandeur were just off the goddamn charts. It's a fun what if, you know what I mean? It's definitely a fun fucking, you know, it's a butterfly effect, you know? What if Phil never had trolls? What would his life be like today? Would he be better off? Would he be worse off? Would Liana still be there? Would he be fucking be more successful? Would he be less successful? Who fucking knows? You don't know. Phil is utterly convinced, oh, he'd be far better off. Far better off.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Kyle Denson for the super chat, who reminds us all that side scrollers Craig said that Phil was invited back anytime to side scrollers. But Phil, and remember, Phil agreed to the interview. This wasn't some sort of surprise attack. They're going to fucking ask him questions about his past and his controversies or whatever. Phil knew this going into it, and he still went ahead of it. After the interview was finished and done with, he said to his own audience afterwards, that was a very fair interview. His audience were screaming and crying at him, Phil, they basically attacked you, and Phil's like, no, they did not attack me whatsoever. That was a very fair and balanced interview. They asked me questions, I answered it, and I think it went quite well, and I think it was good. It was only the following day when the side scrollers decided to have a detox stream. They fucking just basically fucking recuperate from that 5-hour fucking interview, and just kinda, and obviously they had to fucking get through all their own contributions because they weren't able to fucking acknowledge the contributions they received on their during their own stream. So they had to fucking instead basically do it on the day later, and lo and behold, during that detox stream, more contributions came in. That Friday stream that fucking sidescroll, so Phil's interview happened on a Thursday, okay? It was a Thursday interview that happened, okay? The following day, the Friday, you know, side scrollers, they basically just fucking went, okay, let's get through all our contributions. They read them all off. They laughed about some of them, they fucking had a brief take on it, but basically the whole point of it was to get through what the viewers contributed to them. And Phil, for some reason, hated us. Like, they had a detox stream where they had opinions to share about how the interview went, and Phil all of a sudden went from fucking saying that interview was extremely fucking fair to being the most unfair fucking thing on the planet, and how he was tricked and hoodwinked and manipulated into fucking doing something he didn't want to fucking do. He changed the complete narrative because he saw side scrollers getting a shit ton of money at his expense, and they seemed to be fucking enjoying that. And also, they didn't fucking seem to fucking believe a word Phil said. That also fucking hurt his feelings. And you're not allowed to have an opinion, apparently. That was something as well Phil said. If you're interviewing somebody, you're not allowed to have an opinion, apparently, about the person you're interviewing. Like, apparently, according to Phil Burnell, it is unfair for the person interviewing someone to give their take on what they think of the person afterwards.
Okay.
So there you have it. That's where we are as of now. We have a little bit of extra time. If anyone wants to talk, what's funny is people in chat are saying, are you aware that your troll subreddit has been shut down? No, I don't even know anything about it. I've never been to my troll subreddit.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's a DSP fucking discussion on Reddit. Who cares about fucking Reddit? Most fucking detractors didn't bother arse anyway. Been shut down 5 times, I'll fucking open a 6th one. Who fucking cares? But, Jesus fucking Christ.
Reddit. I know nothing of it. I don't even know what you're talking about, like how long it's been, if it's prominent, how long it's been running. I don't know, and I don't care. I have nothing to do with that. I literally don't pay attention to that content, so I don't know anything about it. Hip hip hooray if it's gone, I guess. I don't know how it's affected me in any way because I've never been there. Now, what would you guys actually like to talk about? Excuse me. Yeah, I've literally never been to Reddit. Maybe every once in a while, there's a reason I need to go there, and I click on a link and it takes me there. I never have gone to Reddit actively for anything. It's literally like the most worthless thing on the internet. I couldn't even think of a reason I would want to go on Reddit. Why would I be there? What's the purpose of actually going there?
Burger.
Yes, I've seen 6 episodes of the Fallout show now. 6. And I'm waiting to finish it before I consider doing the review. It looks like I will probably finish watching the show, in the next few days, and I likely will do a review of it, by the end of the week over on DSP Reacts. So once I finish this first season, all 8 episodes, then I will do a review for DSP Reacts. But as of now, the show's pretty darn good. The last episode to episode and a half took the show in a direction I did not expect it was going to go in at all. I literally never expected the show was going to be about this subject matter. And it's actually fascinating. If this stuff is canon, which I don't know if it really is, but if this stuff is canon to the Fallout universe, then this show is actually really interesting to anyone who likes the games and wants more lore. It's crazy amounts of that. So I guess we'll see. I have 2 more episodes to go and see what gets resolved and what doesn't. Sadly, with 2 episodes to go, I think what's going to happen on the show is there's just going to be a bunch of insane unanswered questions for other seasons. Because what's happened is you're getting more and more interesting explanations for things, but then tons more questions up here. And it's like, okay, well then if that's the case, then what about this? Then what about this? There's no way they're answering all that in 2 episodes, So I guess we're going to have to see what happens. People in chat seem to be saying they're claiming it's canon. Okay. Will I do another Fallout 4 run when the update comes out? Maybe, Stealthy Kupo. It certainly wouldn't be anytime soon. Being that we just finished RPG Overload and we have other RPGs that are new that are on hold. I don't think that playing Fallout 4 makes sense. But I would consider it's one of the ones I've never replayed ever. So I would consider redoing it at this point. I mean, when did it come out? Was it 2015? We're talking 9 years ago, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe it's worth a second playthrough now. We'll see. We'll have to think about it. I mean, especially if it's for modern gen and it runs better. That'd be pretty cool. Do I think gaming is changing due to things like being unfinished at launch, modern politics, and being seen as more mainstream? I mean, you answer your own question. Why even ask the question if you already know your answer? Your question is self-answering. You literally...
Because they wanted your opinion on it.
Mentioned 3 of the ways that gaming has changed. So, there you go. I have nothing to even add to it. Where does the show take place? California. Yeah, the Fallout show is in California. Particularly, some of it is taking place in Shady Sands, California. Yes, Fallout 4 is getting that update on, I think they said it was the 24th or 25th of this month. Full 60 frames, upscaled graphics, better resolutions, and bug fixes for modern consoles, and all for free. Did I have any idols when I was growing up? Yes. New Kids on the Block. Oh, the right stuff. Oh yeah, they were hot.
Shut the fuck
I had the whole poster collection on my walls. I had the jean jacket just like them. Oh man. Nico says, do you think the rumored PS5 Pro is needed when most games are still cross-gen? No. I already told you I think PS5 Pro is a complete waste of time. If we have such great hardware right now that some games can run beautifully at 1080p 60 frames and others run at like 25 frames and look like shit, if the game devs aren't utilizing that hardware, what makes you think having even better hardware is going to change that? It's not. These game devs are just not taking the time to optimize anything because they're being told to rush games out for profits. So as long as the shovelware efforts continue from these fucking publishers forcing their hands, it doesn't matter what the hardware is, the games aren't going to be any better. And just say, oh, well, now you could go 8K instead of 4K. Yeah, and it still runs like shit. Who cares what K fucking resolution it's running at if the game is chugging along in fucking frame drops, So no, I honestly don't think PS5 Pro is warranted or needed. Oh, the right stuff.
Shut the fuck up, Philip.
Anyway.
You want me to beat your ass?
Get out of here, Philip!
I will eat your sweater vest for dinner.
Always been a fucking douche.
Why don't I have a karaoke night on stream where I can belt out all the New Kids on the Block hits? Because how would I do that? You can't play any of the music. It's all copyrighted. It would just be me just singing. I used to do stuff like that when I was playing the MLB games. I would just sit there swinging at baseballs and singing songs that the chat requested, But I don't know. I don't think there's real demand for me to do karaoke.
I'm so fucking confused by his fucking like these swaying like. You guys have seen this, haven't you? You guys have seen the fucking massive heavy swaying going on here.
Why don't I have a karaoke night on stream where I can belt out all the New Kids on the Block hits? Because how would I do that? You can't play any of the music. It's all
Wait,
copyrighted.
it goes
It would
forwards.
just be me just singing. I used to do stuff like that when I was playing the MLB games.
There he is.
I would just sit there swinging
Lunge
at
at the
baseballs
camera.
and singing songs that the chat requested. You know, but I don't know. I don't think there's real demand for me to do karaoke. Honestly, I don't think anyone really cares. If I were the CEO of Xbox, what would I look to do? Make good games. You know, typically when you're a game company, you're in the business of making good video games.
Phil finally said business. Finally.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Guys, we are 2 away from a full house. We have 2 free spaces because you guys like the stream, and also Phil burped 10 times. So we only need 2 more things to happen. It is possible. It could happen. Fingers crossed. You know, here we fucking go. Also, Phil, you say make good games, but you have no fucking ideas of what a good game would be. Like, Phil has never fucking elaborated on what a fucking good game would be. Why doesn't Phil come up with a fucking great game? He can't do it. Because he hasn't got a fucking imagination for it.
Games, which is something that Microsoft has not done in the last 5+ years. It's pretty remarkable how they've somehow missed the script of what a game company's supposed to do. Wow, Xbox, the prominent game console, or at least we'd like it to be the prominent game console in the market. Maybe we should make some fucking good games for it, huh? It's baffling. Ben Cheesy, I already said my piece on Stellar Blade. I'm not going to say my piece on Stellar Blade for the 100th time. There's no point in repeating myself, because no one listens anyway. Do I think devs should take a graphical downgrade from now on to invest more time in the mechanics? I think devs should take a stand and literally say this. Most of you out there don't play at 4K. We don't care if the capabilities of your consoles are 4K resolution. We're not making games at 4K anymore. Instead, we're going to focus on making games at 1080p, 60 frames, and optimal.
You fucking dinosaur. You absolute buffoon of a fucking dinosaur. That is not... Oh my god. Oh my god. He doesn't... Oh my god. He wants to be fucking just stuck permanently in 1080p because that's what's fucking working for him. So because he hasn't got 4K, no one else should fucking have it either.
Optimizing them to be beautiful. Once we've perfected that, then we'll move on to 4K. The problem is the technology moved too fast, and now every game dev had to run to 4K resolution and never perfected anything else. So now the games will render at 4K and all run like dog shit. So it's fucked up. So why? Who the fuck plays games at 4K? I would guarantee you, if you do the market research, you will find out it's an infinitesimally small amount of the market that plays games at 4K. Most people just plug their shit in, boot it up, and play. They don't even know what resolution they're playing on. They don't care. This is the stupidest thing. Oh, 4K, you fucking nerd idiot. Shut the fuck up. Let the game play well, then worry about having the 4K resolution. Fucking idiots are just, oh, we gotta keep pushing the boundaries. No, the boundaries need to stay where they are until we're good within those fucking boundaries. Enough is enough with this horse shit. I don't want my game that I don't play at 4K to run like shit because you had to have a few extra pixels. You can't even fucking tell the difference. I know they did a study recently on, it was a Steam study, but the Steam study said something like, you know, 80-some% of people play 1080p or lower. It's a very small amount that care about higher res.
20% is still a fucking good number, Phil. 1 in 5 people. 1 in 5 play at fucking 4K or higher. Or above 1080p anyway. Dead
Will there ever be
hell.
another Gears of War game? There is. They're working on Gears of War 6. Everyone's actually expecting that Gears of War will have a new game announced this year. Most gamers play at 1440p on PC. 4K is to flex hardware. Wrong. The study says that Steam games run at 1080p or lower. Most of them, like 80-some%. That was the statistic. Wrong. Just because, everyone I know plays at 1440p. Well, that's your friend group. The statistics say everyone is 1080p or lower.
Phil said friend group. Of course, he's fucking alien to what a fucking friend is.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Fuck you and your friends.
But we are 1 away from a full house. This might be worth the effort. This might be worth the fucking torture. We are so close to a full house.
Just because, everyone I know plays at 1440p. Well, that's your friend group. The statistics say everyone is 1080p or lower. That's what they all say.
Ban someone, Phil. Ban someone right now.
Am I still looking at doing Final Fantasy VI pixel run? Oh yeah, and eventually I will do it. Just not right now. We really needed to get away from RPGs. I think things are going well without the RPGs. I mean, we have Elden Ring. We're going to have this crab game we're going to try, right? We've got the Elden Ring DLC on deck, and likely the next RPG that I'm eyeballing would be Mario and the Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. That if we play, I don't know. I want to play it, but man, I don't know if it's gonna work. So I gotta think about it.
But I'm telling you, I did spend money on mobile games in the past. I admit it. That's how I know how addictive they can be. That's how I know how bad they are.
Aaron says, I wonder how you filter out things like people playing on their laptops while traveling or something. You don't. That's the point. You don't filter that shit out. It's the market does not demand 4K. The technology advanced faster than the market demands. Right? This is exactly the same as when every TV had to have 3D in it. Do you remember that movement? It was about 10 years ago. You went to the store and every movie or every TV had to have built-in 3D. Why? Most people never used it. Most movies don't render in 3D. So why did every TV have to have it? The technology advanced further, and then what happened is people realized, oh, it's not even fucking using this. And then all the TVs had it removed, right? So now it's 4K. Most people aren't watching anything in 4K. They don't even know the difference. They can't tell the difference. They wouldn't even know if you put on a movie at 4K or 1080p, or even some idiots wouldn't even know the difference between 720p. They still think it's fine. It's the same. Hell, half the time when you go to someone's house, they're watching a stretched out, incorrect aspect ratio movie, and they just, that's how it looks, right? They don't know. People act like every person out there is a technophile brainiac. They're not. They don't know anything. They don't care either. They just plug it in and watch. Plug it in and play. They don't give a shit. So why are we demanding that literally the entire technology wave is based upon a standard that most people don't understand or use? And the problem is, it would be fine if the games were running fine. They're not. We can all collectively agree. Games are coming out unfinished, broken, unoptimized, and a huge fucking mess. And in some cases, it takes months for the game devs to catch up, patch those games, and make them run well. That is not acceptable. Just don't make them do the extra shit. Have them work on the lower res optimized shit first. You want to patch in something? Patch in the 4K resolution in 4 months. So the 5 people who use it will get it. Everyone else just wants a game to fucking work.
I am going to speed this up to 1.75 because this is...
Sorry, Michael, I gotta disagree. Says 4K is the new norm. It's future-proofing. Wrong. Wrong. The thing is, there's no future-proofing. Because now they're talking about PS5 Pro running at 8K. But 4K doesn't run well. Why the fuck are we now getting 8K? The technology is advancing too fast for people to utilize. There's a difference between future-proofing and running faster than you should. You're gonna run off the treadmill into your wall, basically. It doesn't make any sense. I got a
The fuck would you know about running anywhere, Phil, you lazy prick?
dollar tip from Kirk. Do you think fiduciary responsibility would lead to nuclear fallout in the real world, like in the show Fallout would lead you to believe? I don't know, and we're not talking about the Fallout show right now either. I mean,
I don't know why. Why would that person think, for any reason whatsoever, that you wouldn't be talking about the Fallout show? Is there anything in your content right now that might make him think that you might have wanted to talk about the Fallout show? I can't think of anything whatsoever. There's nothing on your screen right now that makes me think maybe that guy wants to fucking talk about the Fallout TV series. Nothing here whatsoever is standing out to me. Oh, wait a second, what's that border? The border's all the Fallout TV series stuff. Oh my goodness. Maybe that's why they thought you wanted to fucking talk about the Fallout TV series. Jesus Christ, man. A waste of a fucking dollar.
I don't know, and we're not talking about the Fallout show right now either. I mean, I told you, I'm gonna watch the whole show. I'm gonna see what the plot and themes are, and I'm gonna review it later in the week. I'm not talking about the Fallout show now. JJNS says this is like having paved roads and most people are riding horses. Exactly. Imagine if an entire country had paved roads and no one drives cars yet. And now it hinders the horses because the paved roads hurt the horse hooves. Right? That's exactly right. We can't get the games to run at the lower res properly. Let's just keep creating more future tech and shit. That's like saying we're gonna now make it a new fuel source. We'll call it quantum juice. So we're gonna have quantum juice, and we're gonna have it. We're gonna sell it everywhere. Okay, it's a new fuel source, but what uses it? Oops, cars don't use quantum juice yet. But by the way, we're phasing out gas. You don't have quantum juice, but we don't have cars that run on quantum juice. So how are we gonna get around? You advance the tech before things use the tech. Everyone's back here. They want to keep having this work first. Quantum juice is what they call prime energy drink. Well, I didn't mean to step on anyone's toes. Quantum juice I pulled out of my ass. It was as an idea. It's not real. I don't actually poop like fart quantum juice. That's disgusting. Okay.
Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere.
Now people are like, ooh, I know. Gross. Thanks for everyone who supported the stream so far. Remember, this support carries over to the React show. And honestly, typically the React show doesn't get a lot of support on the streams, which sucks.
Segment.
That channel really is, it runs on memberships. If I didn't have members on that channel, I basically wouldn't be able to do the show. So thanks for supporting early. If you do support the reaction today, thank you. That helps a lot. Please do if you can. There you go. Okay, folks, let us now.
Basically that fucking wee segment was, guys, I like your money. Thanks.
Turn the show so I can get that stream set up and we can get going with the React show, shall we? Full day reacting today. I hope you guys are down for that. Remember, if you're into gameplay, I'll be back tomorrow with a full-on gameplay. All right? Thank you, everyone, for watching the Level 1 podcast. I've got definitely more chill vibe today. I really like some of the suggestions. Like, what do you guys think about the suggestion of me having a playlist that we play when I go on a break, right? Maybe we could do something like that. It's kind of interesting, but I guess the question is, what would it be? And I thank you all for hanging out tomorrow. Perhaps we'll have a lot more to talk about. I guess we'll see. But in the meantime, thank you all, and see you on Monday. Cool. Let's get set up here for the show, everybody. Just stay put. You don't have to go anywhere. I just have to make a couple adjustments to the stream here. Adjustment number 1 would actually have my webcam fit. The YouTube app is doing this new thing. It has a screensaver now. It's been playing me nice, like drone video photos. Take a look at what's on the screen right now. This is the YouTube app. When you don't touch anything, it goes to this now. So it's actually just like showing cool pictures of like nature and stuff. And it never used to do that. This is brand new.
I think I've been there. I'm not sure if I've been there or not. It's hard to tell because it's like fucking top down. Maybe not actually. For a second I thought that was fucking Shipwrecks Cove, which is in Greece, and Zante. But I don't think it is.
So this is cool. I actually like this. It's like relaxing. I was doing the podcast. I'm like watching these nice scenes. I'm like, oh, this is nice. It was relaxing because I did the show. Oh, this is cool. Anyway, so let's get the React pop-ups and React logo up. I have to turn off the YouTube side pop-ups for DSP Gaming. There we go. Okay, so guys, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to shut this stream down completely. You will see a link pop up that says, hey, the party continues over on DSP Reacts, you know, click here and check it out, okay? So please do so. Please head over there. That stream will go live within 5 minutes or so. I'm just gonna do some tweaking here, and then I'm gonna take a break to use the bathroom and everything, and then I'll come back, and it'll be time for DSP versus the internet, all right? So thank you guys, great podcast, and thank you for the early support, and I hope to see you over on the React channel. Peace out, everybody.
Alright guys, I guess we're gonna go to his fucking React channel.
Their own forces are...
Shut up, random person. Let's rewind, and he probably started, I imagine, about 15 minutes ago or so. Oh, his music's still going, hold on. Let's see, where's his webcam? His webcam turns on here, so it's probably about here.
All about, yeah, sure. Really.
Let's just rewind.
And the channel is
rewind.
To the last. Everyone, hello, I am here.
Fuck it. Here we go. Bingo continues right here.
Hello, everyone. Hello, I am here. Welcome to the show. I'm just finishing setup.
Oh god, it's so slow. Hold on. 1.5. There we go.
So please bear with me for a second, and then we will jump into DSP versus the internet. This week, we have less clips than last week, which is a good thing, because last week we did not get through all of the clips. At the same time, this week we also have way shorter clips. So I recognize that last week's show, we had a lot of long videos submitted, and it took us longer to get through a lot of them, which is why I feel like we didn't actually get through so many, videos last week, as opposed to the week before. If you remember, the week before, we actually had gotten through all of them. We had actually done every single video. So this week, maybe one of those weeks again, where we might actually get through every single video. I don't know. We'll see together here, obviously, this afternoon. But I'm ready to chill, ready to hang out with all of you. Remember, this channel is heavily made possible by channel members, meaning it is the people who are the submission tier and the ultra tier members who make the channel viable. So I want to say thank you to every one of you who is a submission or ultra member tier and submits those videos every week. I really don't make any ad revenue on this channel at all, because most or all of the videos end up getting claimed, which really sucks when that happens, and there's nothing I can really do about it. So I just kind of deal with it and say, oh well, shrug. YouTube, you'd think for fair use you could make these videos, but YouTube tends to just claim everything for somebody else. So no ad revenue to go around. It's all about channel members and people supporting on these streams. Excuse me. So if you do like this content, all right, please support the channel either by becoming a member today, and I suggest submissions tier so you can submit videos to the randomized playlist, or ultra tier, then you're guaranteed to have your video watched every week, or of course you can contribute during the stream. And the ways to do that are either a membership or gifted membership to the community, a super chat, or a tip. Okay, as you can see, we already have a head start because some people contributed on my podcast this morning, and that carries over. So thanks in advance to anyone who supports this stream. I really appreciate that. FYI, what was I gonna say? I got distracted. Good afternoon, Bronze Monk. How are you? Oh, FYI, I do shout outs between parts, and these parts run about 20 to 30 minutes long. So as of right now, I don't have anything to shout out except Orcs or Dorks. Orcs or Dorks re-upped his membership for 13 months and says, sup guys. Thank you, Orcs or Dorks, for supporting the channel. I appreciate that. Okay, outside of that, I don't have anything else to talk about, so I guess we're just going to jump into the show, shall we? Episode 60. You can believe it. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Philly.
Son of a bitch, we were one away. We were one away from a full house today. We were so goddamn close. I'm going to tick that
Burger.
and that.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Sadly, we couldn't get the full house today. We were so damn close, but alas, it was not to be. Let's just fuck off from Phil. I've had enough Phil. I've had more Phil this weekend than I fucking planned to have, I had fucking Phil stuff freaking Saturday, and damn Aviga fucking falling asleep 6 hour fucking naps. Anyway, But whatever. It is what it is. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for the bingo anyway. Sad that we couldn't get a full house today, but it is what it is. Hey, look on the bright side. We had a bingo yesterday, which wasn't meant to happen, and we had a full house yesterday, so we did gain. We actually fucking got an extra 25 buckaroos for a bingo prize fund and all that jazz. So yeah, there we go. I learned that from yesterday anyway. Guys, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, wherever it is that you end up doing. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for some more robust bingo antics and all that jazz. But until then, I do hope you all have a good one. I'm going to end how it always ends, by playing the today's PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. But yeah, guys, I'm going to fuck the fuck off, guys. I'm just going to prepare for tomorrow. See, unlike Phil Burnell, I have a whole bunch of stuff to still do to prepare for my week ahead, because Mondays to Fridays, of course, like, you know, most people around the world, I have a full-time job. You know, that's what pays my fucking bills and all that shit, you know? I don't have to fucking beg people on the fucking internet for fucking money like Phil does. So there you go, guys. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with some more bingo. Until then, have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.
By the way, I forgot to mention this during the show or before the show and all that jazz. DSP has been spending money in WWE Champions again. Check out TG Gamebox on Twitter to see the latest numbers, but yeah, $708 so far by the look of things. It never ends.